Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Your attention, please. Attention, please.
And now the moment we've been waiting for is here.
What is up, Skaters Nation? How are we doing? Hopefully I come to you in a dry area for yourself. It is a Wednesday night here. It is 7:38 p.m., just approaching our 7:45 p.m. delayed start tonight. It's been a little bit of a hectic beginning to this last homestand of the year. You could say that, to say the least, as my computer talks to me. So you know we're home. I already have a little broadcasting hiccup. But, yeah, it's been kind of a crazy couple days here for the Houston area. Tropical, I guess it's been downgraded to a depression. Imelda was a tropical storm at one point. It's been a little bit of a wild ride here, but we're going to play some baseball here tonight by the looks of it. Got game one between the Somerset Patriots and your Sugarland Skeeters. Tonight it's going to be Carlos Pimentel against lefty Rick Teasley. This was the matchup that was supposed to happen tomorrow, or last night rather. Last night's game was canceled due to weather as the tropical storm really reared its ugly head last night. Hopefully, like I said, everyone's safe. Hopefully no driving in areas when obviously there's some standing water. Hopefully the Houston area stays safe. And we will be playing baseball here tonight. It's going to be a 7-inning game regardless of the rain tonight, as we're just trying to squeeze in some baseball here. Somerset has a little bit to play for. Their tragic number, opposite of magic numbers 2, so they're chasing down High Point, and we'll keep you updated on that score throughout the evening. But any combination of 2 losses or wins from High Point and Somerset equaling 2 would end the Patriots' playoff bid. So they have a lot to play for. The Skeeters, not so much. We're already in the playoffs, looking to stay healthy here for the last week of the year, and looking like a battle against the York Revolution in the first round. They're 4.5 games ahead, and got the High Point score. They're up 8-2 against the Bees, so if they hold on tonight, no matter what, that would lower that tragic number for the Patriots to just 1. And with a win tonight, that means the Skeeters could effectively end the Patriots season. So a little chance to play spoiler here tonight for the Skeeters. A 4-7 road trip for them. They started it not so hot in Long Island, a sweep at the hands of the Ducks, and then went on to face these Patriots and just took 1 out of 3, but ended on a high note, took 3 out of 5 from the Bees. Kind of a weird 5-game series with a doubleheader on Saturday. Looked good, though, at the end of the series. And this is the roster that they're going to roll into the playoffs here, as playoff rosters were set back on Monday, and DJ Peterson, who was with the team, he is actually now gone. He is going to get married, so he's no longer with the club. So right now, rolling with the 2-man bench tonight, it's going to be Rigo Noel and Juan Silverio on the bench, as they kind of both mend respective injuries. But hopefully both are back in time for the postseason. And 7:45 p.m. start, so we're just about ready to get underway. I'll take a quick break here. When we come back, game 1 between the Skeeters and the Somerset Patriots here on a Wednesday evening at Constellation Field. Stay safe, Houston area.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that finding the right team for your painting project can be...
Texas Farm Bureau members get free tickets to Skeeters home games every Sunday all season long. Just show proof of your membership at the ticket office to get 2 free tickets to any Sunday home game while supplies last. Visit texasfarmbureau.org/sports to learn more about this offer and other benefits associated with your membership. This offer is exclusive to Texas Farm Bureau members and is only available while supplies last. So become a member today. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud sponsor of the Sugarland Skeeters.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that finding the right team for your painting project can be overwhelming. We want you to have the best experience as we help your home or business come to life. We strive to deliver on our promise of care and quality. With our professionals by your side, the process will be easy and convenient, leaving you time for what matters most, like watching the Skeeters. Visit CertaPro.com today to book your free estimate. That's CertaPro with a C, CERTA Pro.com. We do painting, you do life.
Memorial Hermann Sugarland Hospital has been named a recipient of the highly coveted 2016 Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award, the nation's highest presidential honor for performance excellence. Memorial Hermann Sugarland was recognized for its outstanding commitment to sustainable excellence through innovation, improvement, and visionary leadership. Memorial Hermann Sugarland is the first Houston area healthcare organization to earn the prestigious Baldrige Award and only the third in Texas. The Sugarland Skeeters are proud to partner with Memorial Hermann Sugarland. What's up, dudes? Pamela Printing, the preferred printer of the Sugarland Skeeters, the name you hear most often in Fort Bend County. People are talking about quality, dependability, on time, and helpfulness in producing a great business piece for their company.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts on White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters. It's more than baseball.
Hello, Houston. Tomorrow's here. Time for an energy company that does more than just sell electricity, and that's Constellation. We offer electricity plans that include protection for your air conditioning. If something goes wrong, we'll fix it, and you pay nothing for covered parts and labor. Visit constellation.com/getmore or call 888-921-MORE to learn how all of this is included in one great electricity rate. Certain restrictions apply. Visit constellation.com or speak to a care representative for details. PUC 10014.
Plan your next group outing at beautiful Constellation Field. Looking to celebrate a birthday, host a large-scale event like a company party, or just looking to bring a large group to watch a baseball game? Constellation Field has you covered. We have several birthday packages as well as seating options that include our party suites and picnic plaza, as well as the field plaza to best accompany your group. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS for more info on all of our group packages.
Your attention, please. Attention, please. Attention, please.
And now the moment we've been waiting for is here.
All right, welcome back once more, Skeeters Nation. Here we go. We got game one against the Somerset Patriots here, visiting us from New Jersey. We're just ready to play some baseball here on a Wednesday evening. Honestly, about an hour ago, if you told me we were playing tonight, I'd probably call you crazy. We had one of the bands of the tropical depression Irma roll through here, and it turned the lights out real quick. It just went from just a light rain to like, okay, you are covered in rain. And man, shout out to our grounds crew, Austin, and the rest of the guys down there. I mean, it has been a rough week. I mean, we knew we were expecting. We knew that it was going to be a lot of rain, but to make this field playable tonight, I'd say that's nothing short of a miracle. And yeah, we have a 7-inning game on hand tonight, so that's the deal tonight. 7 innings. Carlos Pimentel going to get the start. And hey, the way he's pitched this season, he might go a complete game if it's only 7 innings, which could be huge because, you know, right now for the Skeeters is really about, you know, survive in advance. We're just trying to keep the team healthy and aligned going into the postseason. For Somerset, it's a little bit of a different mantra. They are fighting, you know, their butts off here to stay in contention, and we just talked about it in the pregame show how High Point well on their way to a win tonight, and that is the enemy for the Patriots. They're chasing. They have High Point is a magic number of 2 to clinch a postseason spot, and they're up 8-2 right now in New Britain. So that would make that magic number just 1 for High Point, and if the Skeeters win tonight, that would eliminate the Patriots potentially. Game not over there in New Britain, so still something to be decided. But Pimentel out of the stretch delivers. First pitch to Scott Kelly is low for a ball. And I'm not kidding. Literally, as Pimentel delivered that pitch, there was a shot of lightning in the distance, kind of brightened the sky a little bit. Luckily, out here in Sugar Land, the rain has been, you know, manageable. I know in some areas of Houston, not so much. So, you know, thinking about you guys, hoping everything's okay. Stay safe out there. Like, luckily, out here in Sugar Land, though, the rain has been manageable enough for us to play tonight. 2-0 the count to Kelly here, right off the bat. Scott Kelly, kind of a legend around these parts in Somerset. Made the team on a tryout back in 2014 and has kept on chugging along, playing center field and leading off tonight. 3-0, quickly the count. It's been a while since I've got a chance to talk to you guys. It's been a long road trip for the Skeeters. 3 cities, Long Island, Somerset, and New Britain. That one gets away from Pimentel. 4 pitches and a walk there to Kelly. So leadoff man on for the Patriots tonight. And that road trip, you know, there was some good moments and some bad moments. You know, Long Island, the Skeeters tend to have a tough time in Long Island. Doesn't matter what the year is. Long Island won 3 of 3 out there. Then the Skeeters took 1 of 3 in Somerset, but then they really picked up their stride late in the road trip out in New Britain, taking 3 of 5, including a 4-game winning streak at one point. So a lot to be happy about that road trip. You come out mostly healthy. There's some minor injuries, hopefully minor at least, with Rico Noel and Juan Silverio. That one in for a strike to Will Kenjor. Kenjor first base tonight, hitting .320 on the year. Number 2 in the Atlantic League behind just Isaiah Tejada. It's been a while since we've seen the Patriots. They were here back in May, and we haven't seen them since. That one lined to center field right at Anthony Jansanti, who has it for out number 1. Kelly forced to hold there back at first base, so that'll bring up Olmo Rosario. And one of the jarring things, I guess you could say, about this Somerset team from the first time we saw them since the last time. I mean, you know, Somerset was mostly a contact team when we last saw them. They were, you know, they were in the bottom, you know, they were last in the league in home runs, and it was a pretty wide margin. And now you see guys in their lineup like Jimmy Paredes, 6'3". You got Olmo Rosario here, 6 foot, 185. And Edwin Espinal, who was here last time, El Poco, they call him, kind of as a joke, as El Poco means the little one in Spanish. He is not little. Edwin Espinal, 6'2", 250 pounds. A little more beef in the lineup for the Patriots now, so the long ball more of a threat. And Rosario, we didn't see him last time, but he is playing pretty well for the Patriots. That one low, forcing Kelly back there. 2-0. Rosario was hit safely in his last 8 games. 9 of his last 10 too, and he's hitting .355 over his last 8 games. So he has been a tough out for the Patriots. They put him in the 3 spot here tonight. Showing a lot of faith in him there. He takes low, 3-0. So we've seen a walk, and now a 3-0 count here to Rosario. 4-pitch walk to Kelly too to open the game. Gotta imagine the ball is just a little bit slippery. It's still humid out here in Sugarland, no matter what the weather is. That one there is in for a strike, 3-1. York trailing the Ducks 6-2 tonight, so the Skeeters have the chance to pick up a game. Although it certainly seems as if the Skeeters and York are on a collision course here for the first round of the Freedom Division Championship Series. Kelly stays. Nice off-speed pitch there. Drops in for Pimentel. 3-2 now. 2 Rosario, 1 down. It'll be Pimentel tonight, and then we'll see what happens tomorrow. We could be playing 2. It's yet to be decided. Scribner next up in the rotation, him followed by Dallas Beeler. 3-2 the count. Kelly on the move. That one grounded up the middle. Nice backhanded stop by Javier Betancourt. He's going to get 1 at first. Kelly slides it safely. If not for the double play, or if not for the steal of Scott Kelly, that's a single up the middle. But Betancourt having to range up the middle makes a nice backhanded stop. Fires over to first in time, so 2 away. Javier Betancourt is smooth with the glove, and he's been seeing some regular playing time now. We talked about, some of these minor injuries for the Skeeters. Rico Noel being one of them, so opens up a spot at second base. Usually Anthony Jansanti and Rico Noel have been playing second base, and then the other second base option, Juan Silverio, also nursing an injury. So Blair Beck and Javier Betancourt in the lineup tonight. So runner at second here, 2 away. Pimentel out of the stretch. First pitch to Jimmy Paredes. Swung and a miss. Jimmy Paredes, man, he is an imposing figure in that batting box. Paredes, we did not see him when the Patriots were here last, although he's a former big leaguer. Former Astro as well. 2011 to 2016, played in the big leagues. So with the Astros from 2011 to 2013. Takes in the dirt there, 1-1. Kind of funny, Paredes is one of the first guys in the league to take advantage of the stolen base rule for stealing first base. And for a guy like him who's listed on Somerset's roster at 6'3", 200 pounds, you figure he's a guy who's going to want to stay in there and maybe take a swing for the fences. But him and Tony Thomas were the first 2 guys to take advantage of that rule. But Paredes, 6 years in the big leagues. That includes a 10 home run season back in 2015 with the Baltimore Orioles. Hit .285 in 2015 with the Orioles playing 104 games. Swings and misses there, 1-2 the count. Man, you see a lot of bugs flying out there. Kind of reminds me of the playoff series with the Yankees and Indians a few years back when you saw Jabba Chamberlain swatting in the air, trying to knock flies down. It is muggy out there with all the rain, all the water around the field. 1-2 from Pimentel. Up and away, Cordero. Kind of out like a pitch out almost, trying to see if maybe they can get a back pick on Kelly. No throw, so 2-2 the count. Pimentel's last 2 starts, very uncharacteristic, and combined 13 runs in 11 2/3 innings pitched. So his ERA now climbed above 3. I mean, he had been unhittable for the early parts of this year. He had not allowed more than 5 earned runs in a start up until that point, then allowed more than 5 in each of the last 2. So looking to get back on track a little bit. He steps off there. Big spot here. Get back on track. You got Paredes, a big lefty power hitter up. 2-2 the count. Scott Kelly on second base with 2 down here in the top of the first. 2-2 pitch is roped deep right center field. Jansanti back. Jansanti looks up, and that ball is off the plastic facing there in right center field. And that is going to be a home run for Jamie Paredes as he rounds the bases. That one clanked right off the plastic facing on the Bud Light Ice House in right center field. That is a territory of the ballpark you don't always see hit toward. And Jimmy Paredes, a 2-run blast here in the top of the first inning. That's going to put the Patriots up 2-0. power is definitely a lot more prevalent in the Somerset lineup now. Their second trip here to Constellation Field, and Jimmy Paredes, a home run here, 2-0 lead. Keep in mind, we are playing 7 innings tonight, so a little bit of a shortened game kind of changes the game plan a little bit. That one low, 1-0. One and one now. That one gets into Edwin Espinal, hitting 254. 7 home runs for Espinal on the year, getting the spot at the DH tonight. That one is lined up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. A 2-out knock for Espinal rolls into the glove of Jan Santi there in center field. So 2 down, a runner at first now. Skeeters have played well against the Patriots this year. They came in 13-6. Last year they were 11-6. They're starting to turn the tide a bit under Pete Gavilia, because before that, the record was not all that pretty, even despite the last 2 years, which have been pretty prolific against the Patriots. Still just 72-84 all time against Somerset, so they still have some work to do to catch them. But under Pete Gavilia, they have been phenomenal, and Michael Ullman, the catcher, now steps in with 2 away. Jimmy Paredes has put the Patriots out in front 2-0. That one there is in for a strike from Pimentel, 0-1. Pimentel is just 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning, but Paredes lined one off the facing there of the right center field wall near the Bud Light Ice House. That one is hit a ton to left field. Wynton Bernard going back, Wynton Bernard looking up, and that one is not coming back. That is into the sport court in left field. A 2-run job for Michael Ullman. Ullman with a just towering shot to left center field. Wynton Bernard did chase it to the wall, but he could have just watched that sail. That was a no-doubter. 4-0 now the lead for the Patriots here in the top of the first inning. So the Patriots, they're facing elimination tonight, and they're playing like it. 4 early runs here in this one against the Skeeters. 2 home runs from a team that, you know, the home run ball was not something that the Skeeters had to factor in. Last time they were in town, this was a mostly, you know, put the ball in play, kind of a pitch-to-contact team. And all of a sudden, the Patriots are big-time power threats with the likes. You know, Michael Ullman was here last time, too. Michael Ullman is just an absolute mammoth of a human, 6'5", 240 pounds. And you add in the guys like Jimmy Paredes, Olmo Rosario, Michael Krause, and, Ryan Long, who's actually making his debut for the Patriots tonight. He came over from Evansville in the Frontier League. He's here kind of just for this series, give him a look late in the season. A lot of these other independent leagues have already wrapped up. Atlantic League kind of goes on a little bit longer than the other league, especially this year. We have 140 games compared to the 126 last year because of the Road Warriors being disbanded. That one in the dirt, 1-2 to Ryan Long. Long is a Texas native out of Crandall, Texas. So 4-0 the lead for the Patriots here in the top of the first inning. A couple of 2-run homers. And the 1-2 to Long. Backdoor breaking ball just misses outside, 1-2. It's been a couple of rough starts for Pimentel in a row, and the Patriots are one of those 2 rough starts. They've seen him pretty recently. His second to last start on September 7th, or his last start rather, on September 12th came against the Patriots. That one swung and a miss by Long, strike 3, so that's going to do it here in the top half of the first inning. 4 runs to the Patriots on 3 hits, a couple 2-run homers, one from Michael Ullman, one from Jimmy Paredes. Have the Patties up here early. Head to the bottom of the first inning. Skeeters coming to bat for the first time here at Constellation Field, trailing 4-0.
Texas Farm Bureau members get free tickets to Skeeters home games every Sunday all season long. Just show proof of your membership at the ticket office to get 2 free tickets to any Sunday home game while supplies last. Visit texasfarmbureau.org/sports to learn more about this offer and other benefits associated with your membership. This offer is exclusive to Texas Farm Bureau members and is only available while supplies last. So become a member today. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud sponsor of the Sugarland Skeeters.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that finding the right team for your painting project can be overwhelming. We want you to have the best experience as we help your home or business come to life. We strive to deliver on our promise of care and quality. With our professionals by your side, the process will be easy and convenient, leaving you time for what matters most, like watching the Skeeters. Visit CertaPro.com today to book your free estimate. That's CertaPro with a C, C-E-R-T-A Pro.com. We do painting, you do life.
Memorial Hermann Sugar Land Hospital has been named a recipient of the highly coveted 2016 Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award, the nation's highest presidential honor for performance excellence. Memorial Hermann Sugar Land was recognized for its outstanding commitment to sustainable excellence through innovation, improvement, and visionary leadership. Memorial Hermann Sugar Land is the first Houston area healthcare organization to earn the prestigious Baldrige Award and only the third in Texas. The Sugar Land Skeeters are proud to partner with Memorial Hermann Sugar Land. What's up, dudes? Pamela Printing, the preferred printer of the Sugar Land Skeeters, the name you hear most often in Fort Bend County. And people are talking about quality, dependability, on time, and helpfulness in producing a great business piece for their company.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts for $2. Fireworks Fridays. They fund it.
Welcome back to Constellation Field. Rick Teasley's first pitch to Witten Bernard is in there for a strike. 0-1. 4-0 lead for Somerset here early on. A couple of two-run homers for the Patriots. I've got him out early. But we got the Nard dog. Witten Bernard takes low, 1-1. Witten Bernard, my goodness, he is, I'm going to go out and say it, man. I'm going to say it. He is the hottest hitter in the Atlantic League. 13-game hitting streak, the longest in the league. He's hitting .429 over that streak. That one in for a strike, 1-2. Rick Teasley, a quick worker, longtime Patriots lefty. That one chopped hard to third base on a hop. Ryan Long has it, throws across to Ken Gore in time for out number 1. More on Bernard later. He has become really the rock of this lineup. Speed and, you know, on base, a little bit of power. And with one away, that'll bring up Anthony Giansanti. Not to be outdone, he is hitting .324 over his last 21 games. Captain Sugarland taking more of the form of Captain Sugarland here late in the year. I don't think that's coincidence, and he's also getting a little bit of health back here. First pitch, lefty on righty here, 0-1 from Teasley. Infield shifted a little bit to the left, expecting Giansanti to pull the ball on the ground. Outfield straight up, playing him a little bit deep. Expecting that power, that one right off the mask of Ullman and all the way back to the netting there. Home plate umpire is going to give Ullman a few seconds to knock out the cobwebs. 0-2 to Giansanti. Anthony has, as I mentioned, really started to come back into that form we saw last year. Good road trip for him. Only played in 5 games, went 13 for 41. He scored 8 times in those 5 games. Doubled twice, homer, drove in 5 runs. He's getting on, getting over, getting in. That one lined to left field at Paredes, over his head and off the wall in left field. Giansanti going to make the turn. He'll go for second, and he's in there. RBI double, or rather a double for Anthony Giansanti. No RBI, no one on base. Get ahead of myself here. A nice line drive over the head of Rosario out there in left. And Captain Sugarland is on with the first hit of the night for the Skeeters. It's been a doubles kind of year for Giansanti. He came in 9th in the league with 27 doubles, number 28 on the year. You guessed it, that leads the Skeeters. And that'll bring up Albert Cordero. Coco and Giansanti have really paced the offense of late, both who struggled early on in the season. Coco, who was really, he was below the Mendoza line middle of the season. He's climbed way out of that slump. 1-0 the count to him there as that one misses. He comes in tonight hitting .251. You know how hard it is to raise your average that many points when you're already in the middle of the season? Like, you have to really be hot to raise your average by 50 points when you've already put in, you know, an at-bat count of a regular. So he is absolutely on fire right now. .251, 14 homers, 60 RBIs. career high in home runs. 3 RBIs away from matching his career high. That one up and away. He takes 2-0. He's catching tonight. Him and Cody Stanley both in the lineup. Stanley DHing. 4-run deficit here for the Skeeters to chase. Anthony Jansanti, the one-out double. Coco, 14 for 37 on the road trip. Had a home run. Drove in 6 over 10 games. He is missed a 9-game hitting streak. Only longer hitting streak in the league belongs to Witten Bernard, his teammate. 2-0. Fastball blown by him there. 2-1. Get you the book on Rick Teasley. Teasley comes into this game 6-3, 3.90 ERA. Third season with the Patriots, third season in the Atlantic League. He's 4-5 with a 3.60 ERA last year with the Patriots. He's been a good lefty arm out of their rotation for a while. That 2-1 pitch jams him up and in, 2-2. Teasley threw 9 perfect innings on July 26th versus Long Island. First player in the Atlantic League to toss 9 perfect innings. The only catch was that the game was tied 0-0. That one line to right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. They're going to wave Jansanti home. Nope, they're going to put the stop sign on him there as Jimmy Paredes throws it in. And a one-out knock for Albert Cordero. He stays hot. Runners in the corners here with 1 away. How crazy is that, though? He's the first guy to throw 9 perfect innings in the league. The Atlantic League's been around since the late 90s. And the Patriots lost that game. They lost to the Long Island Ducks on July 26th by the score of 1-0 after the pitcher gave him 9 perfect innings. And a 10-inning loss, and Rick Teasley with quite possibly the most difficult no decision handed off in baseball history. But just to know that he's capable of doing that, I guess that's a good sign for the Patriots. That one inside to Dennis Phipps, 1-0. Skeeters still searching for their first ever no-hitter. Will not happen tonight. They trail 4-0. But rallying here, Dennis Phipps had himself. Everyone had a good road trip, it seems like, offensively. And a big hack from Phippsy as he goes to a knee there, a la Adrian Beltre, 1-1 the count. 80 RBIs for Phipps. He leads the team. Top 10 in the league as well. 21 homers. He's just the 4th Skeeter in the history of the team to hit at least 20 homers in a year. If he can get one more, he'll be second all time. One inside, taken for a ball, 2-1. Him and Kobe Clemens. And yes, that is Roger Clemens' son. Hey, they both hit 21 home runs in a season. Both tied for second. Kobe did so back in 2013. Phippsy doing it here this year. This is after last year. Phipps had just 9 home runs in 98 games. Big power surge from the big Dominican right-handed power hitter. That one low and in, 3-1. Skeeters are making Rick Teasley work here in the first inning. Witten Bernard grounded out sharply in his at-bat, and then ever since, he had a double from Jansanti, a single from Cordero, and now you got Phipps with a 3-1 count. Zach Bornstein on deck. 3-1. Phipps lines that. That's in for a base hit right field. In to score, Anthony Jansanti. Cordero going to hold it up at second base. Skeeters get one back. A little cue shot there off the bat of Dennis Phipps. RBI number 81 to add on to his team lead. And the Skeeters cut into that Somerset lead. It's now just 4-1. That's the kind of year Dennis Phipps is having. Even when he's out in front of a pitch like that right there, he clearly got it off the end of the bat. Kind of just a cue ball to the right side. Things are going right for Phipps this year. Came into tonight 5th in the league with 80 RBIs. There's number 81, and now Zach Bornstein takes outside for a ball, 1-0. Bornstein, 16 home runs on the year, second on the team. One of those home runs was a walk-off home run against the Somerset Patriots. That's the only walk-off home run for the Skeeters this year. Came back in that series in late May. 1-0 to Bornstein. Fastball up. He takes. It is called a ball, 2-0. Cordero on second. Phipps on first. The Skeeters making Rick Teasley work. Already 3 hits so far. A couple of singles and then a double by Anthony Jansanti. And they have scored a run here. Looking for more. Bornstein, 269 hitter on the year. Swings and jammed a bit there. Lefty on lefty. It's fouled back. Bornstein against the Patriots here this year. Numbers fairly well. 296, 4 homers, 15 games played. Lefty on lefty, not as well. $163, although 3 home runs, lefty on lefty for Bornstein. He's still got that power stroke, and he is the tying run right now, the 2-1. That's a fastball. That's called a strike, 2-2. Low and away. Bornstein did not like the call. 1 away here in the bottom of the first inning. Somerset leading 4-1. Jason Martinson, the batter on deck here. Out of the stretch, Teasley's 2-2. Line hard right side and into the tarp, foul. Nice job by Bornstein to way back on the off speed there. He was on it just a hair out in front. So if you're just listening, just tuning in now, by the way, we're on Facebook and Twitter for the first time tonight. So if you're listening on Facebook and Twitter, shout out to you guys, getting a little extra play here on our broadcast. Wish I came to you guys with better circumstances. We had a little bit of a delay tonight. 7:45 start. 7 innings is all we're going to play tonight. Tropical storm / depression has thrown a little bit of a wrench into our last homestand, though. The 2-2, that one up and away, going to make it a full count. Skeeters fighting hard here in the bottom of the first inning after allowing a 4 spot in the top half. Kind of doubt that the runners are in motion here. Runners on first and second. Three-two pitch outside, called a ball, and a walk there for Bornstein. That pitch did not miss by much, but a good take from Z-Bear, and the bases are now full of Skeeters, bringing up Jason Martinson with 1 away. Bases loaded. Here comes Jason Martinson. 15 home runs on the year. A ball in the gap would probably give the Skeeters a tie game here. They trail 4-1. Martinson, the average not where he'd like it to be, 212, but massive pop out of the bat for the Skeeters shortstop. First pitch to him, inside and gets away and in to score. Albert Cordero, he trots home. 4-2, the score now on the wild pitch from Rick Teasley. And all Jason Martin's going to do is watch that one go by. Albert Cordero, he singled, he comes across the score, and after allowing 4 in the top of the first, Skeeters cut that lead right in half for the Patriots. 4-2 the score now. Now a fly ball here, you cut it to just 1 run, a base hit, you maybe tie the game. Just 1 down, and that was a sharp ground ball from Wynton Bernard, the only out so far. That one, a little bit of a jam shot there into the seats down the right field line. Actually not into the seats, off the padding there, but out of play. Nonetheless, 1-1. The count to Martinson. Arrows 23. Posner, how did the Aztecs do this weekend? Hey, big win over UCLA. We got conference starting this week, Utah State. It's going to be a tough matchup, but don't sleep on those Utah State Aggies. They're not a bad squad. 1-1 the count to Martinson. Inside for a ball. Makes it 2-1, just 1 away. Martinson did not have a road trip to remember. But back here in the home friendly confines Constellation Field, he finds that swing back again. On base percentage, though, up to 347 on the year, and that's that's a stat a lot of people look at. I mean, that's, for me personally, a stat I care about a lot more than the average sometimes. He's getting on base at a high clip, takes away there, and you're seeing right now why that on base percentage is up there in the 340s, because Martinson's not going to swing at a pitch out of the zone. 3-1 the count. He leads the Skeeters in walks, finds himself in the top 10 in the league, and walks as well. Comes in number 4 in the league with 72 walks. Started the season a little bit late. 3-1, that one is taken for a strike. Low and inside part of the plate, 3-2. He tried to walk that one off. That one did look to catch the inside part of the plate. Infield playing him to pull here a little bit, it looks like. The shortstop Rodriguez shaded a bit toward the 5.5 hole. Second baseman Ray Navarro definitely playing closer to the second base bag. Full count pitch. Martinson gets a piece of that one, chops it behind him, and foul. 4-2 the score. We're in the bottom of the first inning. We're playing 7 tonight. Patriots with a 4 spot in the first inning. Skeeters tacking on 2 here. Yes, Arrows 23. Bruins usually a powerhouse this year. You know, you take what you get. They're not a powerhouse, but it's still a brand name win for the Aztecs, San Diego State. The 3-2. Martinson swings and misses at the fastball upstairs. Strike 3 and out number 2. And with 2 away, that'll bring up Cody Stanley. DH on this evening. Him and Albert Cordero both kind of flip-flopping over catcher duties here as the season goes on. Cordero, one of the 2 runs that have come to score in this inning. Couple of stakes out there up for the taking. Runners to second and third, 2 down. Lefty on lefty, the first pitch to Stanley in there for a strike, 0-1. RBI single from Dennis Phipps, and then a wild pitch. Have gotten a couple runs in here. Fastball up, check swing. Did he go? No, says the umpire who's located behind the mound towards second base. 1-1 to Cody Stanley. I don't know if you've ever seen Along Came Polly. There's the line with Philip Seymour Hoffman where he's like at the pitch meeting at the very end of the movie, and he's like, "Thank you, Stanley." And they just played that one to Cody Stanley as he took a pitch. And we got a special guest on the booth. Introduce yourself, man.
My name is Ben Content.
There we go.
I'm an intern.
Big bad Ben Content, Rice, right-handed pitcher here on the broadcast. That one line in the left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. In to score is Phipps. Bornstein behind him. We're all tied up at 4-4 in the bottom of the first inning. Why not, Ben?
This game's only 7 innings, but I think everyone's going to get nine innings of baseball tonight.
It's been a crazy week. You know, the season is essentially over for the Skeeters. They're just ready for the playoffs. But a 4 spot here to match the Somerset Patriots 4 spot in the first inning. We're all tied up 4-4. How about that? Gotta love it, man. A couple of 2-run homers with 2 outs. I mean, all 4 Patriots runs came with 2 outs, and that'll really take the wind out of your sails. But
especially coming in with you start your inning with a 4-0 lead in the first inning,
and there it goes. It's gone. We're zeroed up. We're 0-0, 4-4 technically, and Blair Beck now up, and that one's chopped to left side. Rodriguez goes the short way to Navarro. Not before the Skeeters pound out 4 hits, 4 runs. Cody Stanley with the 2-run single to tie it up. We head to the top of the second. Patriots 4, Skeeters 4. Back here in just a moment.
To Skeeters home games every Sunday all season long. Just show proof of your membership at the ticket office to get 2 free tickets to any Sunday home game while supplies last. Visit TexasFarmBureau.org/sports to learn more about this offer and other benefits associated with your membership. This offer is exclusive to Texas Farm Bureau members and is only available while supplies last. So become a member today. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud sponsor of the Sugarland Skeeters.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that finding the right team for your painting project can be overwhelming. We want you to have the best experience as we help your home or business come to life. We strive to deliver on our promise of care and quality. With our professionals by your side, the process will be easy and convenient, leaving you time for what matters most, like watching the Skeeters. Visit CertaPro.com today to book your free estimate. That's CertaPro with a C, C-E-R-T-A Pro.com. We do painting, you do life.
Memorial Hermann Sugarland Hospital has been named a recipient of the highly coveted 2016 Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award, the nation's highest presidential honor for performance excellence. Memorial Hermann Sugarland was recognized for its outstanding commitment to sustainable excellence through innovation, improvement, and visionary leadership. Memorial Hermann Sugarland is the first Houston area healthcare organization to earn the prestigious Baldrige Award and only the 3rd in Texas. The Sugarland Skeeters are proud to partner with Memorial Hermann Sugarland. What's up, dudes? Pamela Printing, the preferred printer of the Sugarland Skeeters, the name you hear most often in Fort Bend County. People are talking about quality, dependability, on time, and helpfulness in producing a great business piece for their company.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts on White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters.
Brian Posner, Ben Content here with you. 4-4 game. Top of the second inning. It's a pretty exciting first inning, Ben. 8 combined runs, 7 combined hits.
Very exciting. I'm sure Pimentel is happy for the fresh start.
Yeah, I mean, if you're letting up 4 runs in for his case, a couple of 2-out home runs as a pitcher yourself at the collegiate level with Rice. For those that don't know, Ben pitches for the Rice Owls, and that one skied out right field. Looks playable for Borenstein. It is playable. Right toward the corner there, 1 away. Rodriguez down for out number 1. Is there anything more frustrating than letting up a 2-out home run?
No.
I mean, that's got to be up there with one of the most frustrating things to do as a
Only
pitcher.
thing more frustrating than 2-out home runs is 2-out grand slam.
Okay, so yeah, we're on the same page here. That's got to be a pretty tough thing to do as a pitcher. I mean, you're 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning with no runs, and then you leave with 4 runs, and really just 2 swings did the damage. It wasn't a collective effort. It was Jimmy Paredes with a 2-run homer, Michael Ullman with a 2-run homer, but the Skeeters, a 2-run single from Cody Stanley, RBI knock from Dennis Phibbs, and then a wild pitch. And just like that, it's a 4-4 game.
The biggest thing I learned my freshman year at Rice is at that level, home runs aren't the end-all be-all. At the high school level, you give up a home run to someone, that's a fairly big deal. But at the Division I level and further up, guys are so strong, like, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
You can execute a pitch and they'll put one out. Like, it's not that big of a deal.
In high school, you're like, how did that guy just take me deep? In college, you're like, okay, he took me deep.
It's way more embarrassing in high school.
Sure.
College, it just happens.
Well, because in high school, I mean, in college, the guy that take you deep is the guy in high school that probably would have taken you deep. He's one of the best.
Right.
He's the best player in his high school team. He's
right.
He's gonna be the dude. 1-2 the count to Ray Navarro. Funny story about Navarro. He was a Skeeter last year. The 1-2 as he swings and misses. We'll see that story for later at bat as Navarro. And when you hear my story, you'll be even more impressed that we just got him down on strikes there as he's out for out number 2, 2 away, and that'll send it back to the top of the order. You know, we're going right to the story on Ray Navarro. We're gonna punch into it. Navarro played for the Skeeters last year. It was in May. It was his first road trip of the year. The dude hit 400, over 400 actually. Homered 2 times. He only played in 3 games, and his contract purchased by the Yankees. Never saw him because I wasn't on the road with the team.
Wow.
So he was kind of like an enigma to me. He was just the guy who showed up on the road, hit 400, blasted a few homers, and then got his contract purchased by the Yankees, and now he's here with Somerset. So this is the first time I've ever seen Ray Navarro in person.
That's pretty cool.
And we just got him down swinging. And, yeah, he played most of last year with the AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders, the AAA team for the Yankees. And didn't get the call up, but, man, oh, man, he made his impression here on the Skeeters roster. Last year we had 12 guys get picked up by the major league organizations. This year 13. That's a team record. So 25 players a total over the last 2 years. And yet the Skeeters have found their way into the postseason. A little bit quick pitch there and a bunt from Scott Kelly and a good one. Pimentel fields it, fires the Phipps. Not going to be in time, though, as Scott Kelly pretty much Scott Kelly and the word sacrifice bunt go just about hand in hand right there, or a bunt for a hit in this case.
Well, going back to the conversation on the home runs, you're seeing more and more today with the game changing. Like, guys will live and die by the home run. The biggest example that comes to mind is Justin Verlander right now. He's got either the lowest or the second lowest ERA in Major League Baseball, but the most home runs given up. And the thing with that is just when it comes to strategizing and pitching, they're realizing, hey, I can get a lot more strikeouts and a lot less balls put in play if I'm living up in the zone with a high spin rate. But I'm fine with giving up a solo home run or 2 solo home runs, because at the end of the day, Is it still just 2 runs given up and your start? So, especially they're realizing they would much rather just give up 1 run on 1 swing than living down in the zone and
having to waste a bunch of pitches. I mean, pitch to your strength. I mean, we saw Verlander throw another no-hitter. It's the 3rd of his career a few weeks back. I mean, the dude is just ageless. I mean, it's kind of annoying, and to an extent, if you're not a fan of the Astros, you're just like, how is he throwing 97 in like the 8th inning still?
Statistically, he's gotten better every year since he's been with the Astros.
And it's not uncommon. I mean, you see certain guys get better with age. One that reminds me of that on that note is Adrian Beltre. I mean, Adrian Beltre legitimately got better into his late 30s. Like, he had some of his best years as a hitter with the Rangers there, like from age 33 to age 39. I mean,
well,
some guys just literally, I mean, they take care of their bodies so well. Adrian Beltre, I remember seeing him. That dude is just stacked. Like, he is huge. I mean, you don't think of Adrian Beltre as maybe like being a guy who's just like
massive.
I mean, he is just a freak of nature the way he takes care of his body.
Well, older players in today's game are in a unique position because there's so much change going on that
one lined into right field. Going to be a base hit for Kenjor. Holding up at 3rd, though, is Kelly. So runners at the corners and 2 away here after the base hit from Kenjor.
There's so much change in the game with the technology that the older guys in the major league level are finding that they can really extend their careers a few more years just by utilizing the technology and making changes. The biggest example in recent years is Hunter Pence. He got cut and released and realized, hey, if I make these changes, I might have another shot. And now he's playing with the Rangers again.
Yeah.
And having a good year.
Well, having a great, Hunter Pence, he's a glue. I mean, I know a lot of that whole glue guy concept is lost now in the game, but I mean, he really is a glue guy. I mean, you'd love to have him around. 2 away, runners in the corners. Olmo Rosario takes a fastball away. 1-0, so Ben, we kind of find ourselves here in another spot. 2 outs, runners in scoring position for the Patriots, or runner in scoring position, I should say. But this is kind of a repeat of the 1st inning. Pimentel really just needs 1 pitch to get out of it here. And looks like he may have gotten it. Ground ball to Martinson. He stays down, goes the short way to Betancourt. 6-4 in time for out number 3. So the Patriots get a couple base hits with 2 down. They strand runners at the corners, though. We're tied up 4-4. Heading to the bottom of the 2nd. Ryan Positor, Ben Content will back here in just a moment.
Texas Farm Bureau members get free tickets to Skeeters home games every Sunday all season long. Just show proof of your membership at the ticket office to get 2 free tickets to any Sunday home game while supplies last. Visit texasfarmbureau.org/sports to learn more about this offer and other benefits associated with your membership. This offer is exclusive to Texas Farm Bureau members and is only available while supplies last. So become a member today. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud sponsor of the Sugarland Skeeters.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that finding the right team for your painting project can be overwhelming. We want you to have the best experience as we help your home or business come to life. We strive to deliver on our promise of care and quality. With our professionals by your side, the process will be easy and convenient, leaving you time for what matters most, like watching the Skeeters. Visit CertaPro.com today to book your free estimate. That's CertaPro with a C, C-E-R-T-A Pro.com. We do painting, you do life.
Memorial Hermann Sugarland Hospital has been named a recipient of the highly coveted 2016 Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award, the nation's highest presidential honor for performance excellence. Memorial Hermann Sugarland was recognized for its outstanding commitment to sustainable excellence through innovation, improvement, and visionary leadership. Memorial Hermann Sugarland is the first Houston area healthcare organization to earn the prestigious Baldrige Award and only the 3rd in Texas. The Sugarland Skeeters are proud to partner with Memorial Hermann Sugarland. What's up, dudes? Pamela Printing, the preferred printer of the Sugarland Skeeters, the name you hear most often in Fort Bend County. People are talking about quality, dependability, on time, and helpfulness in producing a great business piece for their company.
Bottom of the 2nd inning. 4-4 tie. We're playing 7 innings tonight, so I guess we're essentially in the 4th inning, Ben, right? 4-4.
Time-wise, too.
Yeah, we're just past 8:30 here. Rick Teasley's first pitch to Javier Betancourt. Outside for a ball. 1-0. 4 runs for the Patriots in the top of the first, 4 for the Skeeters in the bottom half. Carlos Pimentel stranded a few runners last inning. That one's a looping fly ball into right field. Under it's Paredes. And Paredes has it for out number 1 in medium depth right field. 1 away.
Paredes brings back memories of being an overly optimistic Astros fan during their 3 straight 100-loss seasons.
He was a pretty big-time prospect for them, correct? I mean,
yeah. I mean, I was a younger kid, so I didn't really understand how bad the team really was. But
it was pretty bad.
I watched every single game.
Good for you,
those
man.
3 years.
As a Padres fan who's dealt with a lot of losing seasons, I admire the fact that you still watch the losing seasons. For that reason, though, you watched him because you wanted to see, oh, hey, this might be the next prospect. This might be the dude.
Yeah, I remember Matt Dominguez came up, and he probably doesn't ring a bell for a lot of people.
Oh, Matt Dominguez, he had a good year with the Pirates last year, right? Or who was somebody? As Wynton Bernard hits that up the middle for a base hit, and that's a 14-game hitting streak now for Wynton Bernard, the longest in the league. And he's the go-ahead run with 1 away.
I just remember Matt Dominguez hit a home run in like his first or second game with the club, and I was like, this guy's a stud.
This is it, man.
He's our next third baseman for the next 15 years.
Who did Matt Dominguez have a good year with?
I couldn't tell you. I don't remember him after last.
No.
I know Colin Moran went to the Pirates.
Yeah, and he's had a decent career with them. First pitch to Jan Santee up and away. 1-0.
It's bad. I have so many names in my head from that team.
Jonathan Singleton?
No, Jonathan Singleton, Lucas Harrell, Eric Bedard. I don't even know why I remember Eric Bedard, but I do.
The crafty lefty.
I remember when we lost Justin Maxwell. I thought
it was with the Astros.
I thought it was over.
That Matt Dominguez. He had a 21 home run season with the Astros. That's in 2013. That's when 20 home runs still actually mattered.
Wow.
That's when 20 home runs was actually still a thing. Now that 20 home runs is like 10 home runs.
Chris Carter. That's another big guy. He actually did decent with the Brewers for a year or two.
He had quite possibly one of the ugliest swings I've ever seen. Well, it seemed ugly to the naked eye because he put such little effort into it, and he'd strike out so much.
Far.
Looks like somebody in the Stros just went deep. You got the game up here next to me. Looks like a Yuli Alpina.
I'll tell you, when the Astros signed Gurriel and he came up, and I heard that they were bringing up a 30-year-old that had never played Major League Baseball, and then you watch his swing, I was like, no shot that this guy hits in the big leagues.
Dude, I mean, him and his brother have carved out nice careers. That one popped up behind home plate, fouled away. 3-1 now to Jan Santee. He doubled in his first at-bat into the left field gap. Yeah, Lourdes Gurriel with the Blue Jays. He's pretty young, though. He's like in his early 20s. He's, but I mean, man, oh, man. Yuli's had a nice career, man. He's carved out a nice little niche for himself. 3-1 to Jan Santee. 1 away, runner on first. Jan Santee hits that high left field. Coming on in is Rosario. Toward the corner, Rosario reaches up and makes the grab, running toward the wall there for out number 2.
I don't know if you follow Bartolo Colon on Instagram.
Yeah, he was throwing to some 12-year-olds yesterday.
He was icing them up.
And they asked somebody's like, why are you throwing to 12-year-olds? He's like, for the motivation. He's trying to motivate them.
He was painting front door 2 seams at 88 against kids that had never seen anything.
He wasn't holding
70.
back.
No.
Like, you think when you're facing kids who are like legitimately like 40 years younger than you, you maybe like take it back a notch. He was like, that was like the traditional Bartolo Colon windup. You know, he's painting corners like you're saying. Like,
I don't know if you know this, but Bartolo Colon is.
Oh, Coco hits that a ton, but foul left side.
I think he is the only. If he's not the only, he's one of the only players to ever outlive an MLB stadium.
So that stadium,
from a career standpoint,
was that Turner Field?
Turner Field. He debuted before Turner Field opened and played after Turner Field
That's
closed.
like a Nolan Ryan stat. Nolan Ryan, I think, is the only player to ever play 4 decades because he debuted in '69, then he retired in the '90s. That one up for a ball to Cordero. 1-1 the count. 2 down. Runner on first base. That's Wynton Bernard. Kind of surprised Bernard not in the move. He a little bit overshadowed by Rico Noel because of all the stolen bases he has, but Wynton Bernard is 30 stolen bases. He's 8th in the league. He's only played in just a bit over 50 games, and that fastball up and in 1-2 the count now to Cordero. Coco singled in his first at bat. An opposite field single came around to score in a wild pitch. It's a 4-4 tie here in the bottom of the second of 7 tonight. Gonna remind people, only a 7-inning game tonight due to weather constraints. Already a 40-minute delay tonight due to the weather. That one fouled back. Still 1-2. I'm telling you, man. Mark my words. Chris Hill's burner account is the Long Island Radisson. Just know that, Ben.
Who's Chris Hill?
We're going to move on.
Okay.
That one skied to right field. Coming on in is Paredes. Paredes makes the catch. Out number 3. So a base hit for Wynton Bernard. He extends his hitting streak to 14 games. No runs, though. 4-4 is the score. We head to the top of the 3rd inning. Ryan Posner, Ben Content here with you on the Skeeters Broadcast Network. Back here in just a moment.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that finding the right team for your painting project can be overwhelming. We want you to have the best experience as we help your home or business come to life. We strive to deliver on our promise of care and quality. With our professionals by your side, the process will be easy and convenient, leaving you time for what matters most, like watching the Skeeters. Visit CertaPro.com today to book your free estimate. That's CertaPro with a C, C-E-R-T-A Pro.com. We do painting, you do life.
Memorial Hermann Sugarland Hospital has been named a recipient of the highly coveted 2016 Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award, the nation's highest presidential honor for performance excellence. Memorial Hermann Sugarland was recognized for its outstanding commitment to sustainable excellence through innovation, improvement, and visionary leadership. Memorial Hermann Sugarland is the first Houston area healthcare organization to earn the prestigious Baldrige Award and only the 3rd in Texas. The Sugarland Skeeters are proud to partner with Memorial Hermann Sugarland. What's up, dudes? Pamela Printing, the preferred printer of the Sugarland Skeeters, the name you hear most often in Fort Bend County. People are talking about quality, dependability, on time, and helpfulness in producing a great business piece for their company.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts on White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters. It's more than baseball.
Hello, Houston. Tomorrow's here. Time for an energy company that does more than just sell electricity, and that's Constellation. We offer electricity plans that include protection for your air conditioning. If something goes wrong, we'll fix it, and you pay nothing for covered parts and labor. Visit constellation.com/getmore or call 888-921-MORE to learn how all of this is included in one great electricity rate. Certain restrictions apply. Visit constellation.com or speak to a care representative for details. PUC 10014.
All right, we hit at the top of the 3rd inning, 4-4 tie. It's the big left-handed power bat of Jimmy Paredes to lead it off for the Patriots. Brian Posner, Ben Content here with you. Paredes already flashed that power, a 2-run homer in the 1st inning to right center field. Takes a strike, 0-1. Paredes, those listening that are Astros fans, like my friend Ben Content here, a name that is familiar. He debuted with the Astros, was a prospect in their system, and now out here with the Somerset Patriots, 1-1 the count to him. I personally remember Jimmy Paredes with the Orioles growing up. That's more of timeline when I came to know him. He had a pretty good season, 2015. He had 104 games, 10 homers at 275. That one gets away. Paredes has already stolen first base once this year. He's not going to go there. He's looking over to his dugout. I don't know if they were egging him on. 2-1 though, the count.
So, question. I think it was the 1st inning. They had bases loaded. There was a pass ball and a runner scored. What is the rule about stealing first base in that situation?
It's a good question, Ben. I mean, I'd assume, without knowing for 100%, it is like the rule if it's like a drop third strike rule. That's really what the rule is. It's a drop third strike extended to all pitches in an at bat. So as long as the runner in front advances, I think you're good to go.
Okay.
So I think as long as if the runner doesn't move and you go toward first, and that runner is technically an active runner going towards second base, kind of like a drop third strike. That's how I understand the rule. If anybody knows, feel free to comment. But that is what I believe to be the interpretation of the rule. 3-2, the count to Paredes. Ooh, that one did not miss by much, but it is a ball outside, ball 4. A leadoff walk for the former Astro, who makes his way to first base, on for the second time tonight. It's a 4-4 game. All 8 runs tonight have been scored in the first inning. Somerset, it's weird. I mean, I'm telling you, Ben, I mean, when they came here last time, I know you weren't here with the team. They were a very small ballish team, kind of a bucking the tradition, if you will, of what you see now in most teams from baseball. I mean, Edwin Espinal, the man up to bat, was really kind of their only power bat in their lineup. And now, I mean, you have Paredes, you have Rosario, you have Ullman, who's on deck, who already has a 2-run homer. This is almost a different team entirely than we saw back in May.
Be interesting to see what their splits are since those guys came into the lineup.
That's a good question. I'm gonna do some research on that. I'm gonna go to work here.
Only really small ball I've seen tonight is the bunt base hit.
Yeah, I mean, Scott Kelly, he'll do that to you too. If you open the door for Scott Kelly to get a bunt base hit, he will oblige. He's a fan favorite there over in Somerset. Made the team off a tryout. Very well liked over in those parts. Quickly 3-0 to Espinal, and the 3-0 pitch is up. So a 4-pitch walk to El Poco for the Patriots. First and second now, nobody down here in the top of the third inning.
I think in that first at bat with Paredes, he threw a 3-2 changeup. I feel like he should have gone after him a little bit more. I know he doesn't want to get burnt with the home run again, but that it kind of puts him in a situation. Now he's pitching on his heels again with nobody out. It always seems as a pitcher, you get a leadoff walk, they always score.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
no matter what.
Now you have 2 of them here on base. The first 2 batters have reached via the walk. This is the part of the lineup, Ben. Like you said, you got him last time. You're probably treading a little extra lightly. First pitch to Ullman, though, is in for a strike. 0-1. Trying to look up these splits here. Ullman hit a 2-run homer to left field. Man, it was a towering shot. But you get a ground ball here, and you got to imagine he's definitely a double play candidate. Runners on first and second, nobody down. Top of the third inning. Paredes on second base. Espinal on first. The 1-1 out of the stretch for Pimentel. That one shot foul behind the plate. 1-2. Ullman is just country big, man. 6'5". 240 pounds out of Bradenton, Florida. He's played in the majors, although a name I'm not familiar with. Was last with the Pawtucket Paw Sox there. We have a few Pawtucket Paw Sox on the Skeeters, including Dan Runsler, pitching coach and reliever. Check swing there. Did he go around? He did not. Remember the rules in the Atlantic League. Check swings are supposed to be ruled more batter friendly, so there's the reasoning there. Ullman got in with the Blue Jays 7 games in 2017. He went 3 for 13, drove in a run, 231 average. Curious to see who he got his first hit off of. I always like looking those up. I went in the dirt 3-2.
I like that pitch choice right there.
Get him to chase a little breaking ball in the dirt there.
I mean, he was on the fastball last at bat and fouled off a fastball straight back in this at bat and got him on a not so good looking check swing. It's just a matter of maybe bringing that pitch up a little bit more.
3-2 pitch. Ullman ropes it foul though into some seats there on the left side. Still 3-2.
Best piece of pitching advice I ever heard was instead of always trying to throw strikes, throw balls that look like they're gonna be strikes. Sounds very simple.
Oh yeah, but it's yeah, especially when you're a guy who works on your breaking ball. Ben, funny transition here. I'll get to it after the 3-2 pitcher from Pimentel. That one lined to left field at Wynn Bernard, though he makes the play for one. They throw back into the infield, not going to be in time. So one away. That was a loud out for out number one here in the top of the third. So we were just talking about this guy. The first hit Michael Ullman ever got in the major leagues came off Bartolo Colon.
Really?
Yep. A single while he was with the Blue Jays. Bartolo was with the Atlanta Braves back on May 15th, 2017. So just like those 12-year-olds, Michael Ullman, he saw that same imposing Bartolo Colon on the mound and had to deal with him. Got a base hit. Bartolo Colon, man, I saw him hit a home run. I was at the game he hit the home run at. It was against the Padres.
You were at that game?
Yeah, it was James Shields gave up a home run to Bartolo Colon. I mean, you just can't. It's one of those things where you're like, if you tell somebody it happened, they're like, dude, it's a funny joke. Like, no, Bartolo Colon at like age 41 or whatever it was, literally hit a home run. It wasn't a fence. It wasn't like a wall scraper either. It was a pretty big home run. So I don't know. That guy's just ageless, man.
He's so good for the game, just from a personality.
Oh yeah,
dude.
And he's so quiet. I don't know if I've ever heard him talk. He doesn't have to say anything.
Yeah.
He's just big sexy. That's his persona. Yeah. That's his thing. 0-2.
Even if Ullman never gets back to the league, or he's got a memory that he can take that to the grave.
It's a very notorious person to get a first hit off of. That one, sky to center field toward Jansanti. He's ranging toward the left center field gap. Jansanti under it. He has it for out number 2. So a couple of walks, then a couple of flyouts here off the Somerset Patriots bats, and 2 away now. We'll bring up Alfredo Rodriguez. Rodriguez was the MVP of this team last year, Ben, and he's kind of their Anthony Jansanti, I guess, if you will. He was a midseason All-Star this year. He's just very consistent. 266 coming into this one, 4 homers, 45 RBIs, and you gotta like having a guy who's your Mr. Consistency out of your shortstop spot. That's much like Anthony, who's our center fielder. You love having guys up the middle who are consistent pieces of the lineup.
Sure.
0-1 to Somerset A-Rod.
Even having a shortstop that can put together quality ABs is big, because shortstop's very much like the catching position. You're gonna go more for the defense than the hitting, so to say, but it's just an added bonus.
1-1 to Rodriguez. No, that's spot on, man. I mean, much like the Skeeters too, they're very lucky to have Albert Cordero behind the plate. He's one of their better hitters right now. But I mean, you really, as a catcher, your job is just to manage the pitching staff. I mean, you're not everything you do as an offensive player is kind of gravy. 1-1, the count to Rodriguez. That one line at the middle. Pimentel throws his glove at it, but not able to knock it down. It's a base hit. Paredes is going to score as the ball gets under Jansanti's glove. To third base goes Espinal. So a 5-4 lead now for the Patriots as Jimmy Paredes comes along to score on the RBI knock from Rodriguez. And Rodriguez got the second on that as it just got under the glove of Anthony Jansanti. So 2 away, a 2-out RBI knock from Alfredo Rodriguez. We're kind of just singing his praises. He's kind of been Mr. Consistency for Somerset and a consistent 2-out RBI single there. And with 2 away, that'll bring up Ray Navarro, who struck out in his first at-bat. First pitch is a fastball. Misses outside, 1-0. Out of the stretch, the 1-0 fouled back by Navarro, 1-1. Navarro does have some big league time to his credit. Spent some time with the Baltimore Orioles. And he was with the Skeeters last year. Helped boost the numbers. He was one of the 12 guys that got picked up by major league organizations. 2015 player for the Blue Jays. That one is lined up the middle. That is going to get through for a base hit. In to score, Espinal. Behind him, Rodriguez. And the Patriots once again mount a 2-out rally. And they have now taken a 7-4 lead here in the top of the third inning on a two-run single by Ray Navarro.
I think that's where the act of the baseball gods comes in, right there. You know, if you make Paredes beat you in that first at bat, like I hate to play devil's advocate, but you don't have the leadoff walk. You got 3 outs after you put together 2 good at bats with the 2 flyouts after getting the first 2 guys on. But
Navarro on the move. Who's going to steal second without a throw? He's standing up. 0-1 though, the count to Scott Kelly. Well, I mean, you touched on it. Those leadoff walks, I mean, they'll kill you. And you had 2 of them. You had 2 walks to lead off the inning. Both runs came across to score. You can say it's coincidence. I mean, a lot of times it isn't. That one in for a strike. 0-2, the count to Scott Kelly.
I just know it. It's hard for me to talk on the subject because I know it's extremely frustrating as a pitcher too. You're not trying to walk. You're not trying to do anything. Sure. And we wouldn't be sitting here talking about it if he executed the 3-2 changeup and Paredes swung over and missed. Like, it's just a matter of what happens. But at the end of the day, it does come back to bite you.
All 7 runs tonight for the Patriots with 2 outs. I mean, that's just a tough break. That, just like I mentioned earlier, really takes the wind out of your sails. You get so close to getting out of an inning unscathed, and then all of a sudden you see a 3-spot out there. Front door breaking ball. Kelly ducked out of the way, almost dove back into the zone. 2-2. So the runner on second, Navarro, he singled in a pair and he stole second. 7-4 lead for Somerset here in the top of the third inning. If history indicates anything, the Skeeters are due for 3 runs here in the bottom of the third. 2-2. Swung and a miss. Strike 3. Kelly gets jammed there on the fastball inside. So Pimentel able to get Kelly to end the inning. Patriots do score 3 though. And we head into the bottom of the third inning. They lead 7-4.
Texas Farm Bureau members get free tickets to Skeeters home games every Sunday all season long. Just show proof of your membership at the ticket office to get 2 free tickets to any Sunday home game while supplies last. Visit texasfarmbureau.org/sports to learn more about this offer and other benefits associated with your membership. This offer is exclusive to Texas Farm Bureau members and is only available while supplies last. So become a member today. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud sponsor of the Sugarland Skeeters.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that finding the right team for your painting project can be overwhelming. We want you to have the best experience as we help your home or business come to life. We strive to deliver on our promise of care and quality. With our professionals by your side, the process will be easy and convenient, leaving you time for what matters most, like watching the Skeeters. Visit CertaPro.com today to book your free estimate. That's CertaPro with a C, C-E-R-T-A Pro.com. We do painting, you do life.
Memorial Hermann Sugarland Hospital has been named a recipient of the highly coveted 2016 Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award, the nation's highest presidential honor for performance excellence. Memorial Hermann Sugarland was recognized for its outstanding commitment to sustainable excellence through innovation, improvement, and visionary leadership. Memorial Hermann Sugarland is the first Houston area healthcare organization to earn the prestigious Baldrige Award and only the 3rd in Texas. The Sugarland Skeeters are proud to partner with Memorial Hermann Sugarland. What's up, dudes? Pamela Printing, the preferred printer of the Sugarland Skeeters, the name you hear most often in Fort Bend County. People are talking about quality, dependability, on time, and helpfulness in producing a great business piece for their company.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts on White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
7-4 is the score. Somerset out in front, bottom of the third. Dennis Phipps takes a strike from Rick Teasley, 0-1. Phippsy 1 for 1, drove in a run back in the top, or the bottom of the first inning. We're home. We're the home team tonight. I knew that. 0-2 now. Ryan Posner, Ben Content here with you. We returned home yesterday But day off, I guess, if you will, due to the rain. Tropical storm Imelda. Sound that out. Blew through, and it's mostly, I think, done here in the Sugarland area. I know there's areas of East Houston, East Texas that's still, or I guess Western Louisiana, that are still going to kind of have to deal with the brunt of this. But I think we are, for the most part, in the clear. Knock on wood. That one outside for a ball. Phipps, no intention to take first base. So a 7-inning game tonight. Just trying to get one in here. Check back in on that rocker score, because that does determine a little bit. The Patriots, they're clinging on to dear life. They're not even in the Bees are in front of them in the wild card race. That one inside for a ball, 2-2. The wild card race is the Rockers, then the Bees 4 games back of them, and then 4.5 games back of the Patriots. 2-2 pitch outside for a ball, 3-2. So when the Patriots scored 4 on the top of the first, the Skeeters scored 4 in the bottom half. So the Patriots scored 3 on the top of the third.
Oh, for sure.
I think.
But we have to do it on 2 hits, so we have the same amount.
That one line to left field, playing him deep was Rosario. Oh my goodness, he was on the warning track.
It's a good start.
That one drops in front of him for a base hit. How deep was he playing there? He was on the warning track.
I don't know. Too deep.
Rosario respecting the power of Phipps, but you can't really blame him, I guess, on that front. Phipps has massive power, but do you think, I know you're a pitcher for Rice, but if you're an outfielder and you have some wet grass, do you play a little deeper knowing that you're going to have maybe limited range because the grass is wet, or is that just me overthinking it?
I don't know. I wouldn't think it would take too much of a difference. I think the biggest difference might be just ground balls. They'd get to you quicker, which might give you a little bit more leeway to play back because the ball's going to roll faster. Yeah. From a running standpoint, I don't really think it's going to make a whole lot of difference. I mean, I haven't played outfield since high school, so
but yeah, you
at this level, I don't
idea,
know.
Though.
But just from my experience, that's what I would say.
1-1 the count to Zach Borenstein. He walked in his first at-bat of the game.
I know as a pitcher, though, I'd rather outfielders play deeper
give
than
him
shallower.
some range.
I'm fine if a ball drops in front of you, but
a little upsetting to see you turn your back.
If a ball goes over your head, the guy better have hit it 110 miles an hour off the bat, and then at that point, I have other issues to worry about.
Yeah, that's true. There are some guys on the Skeeters, like Rico Noel. You see him play shallow because he's got such good speed. That one swung on a miss by Borenstein and caught by Ullman on the foul tip. So strike 3, out number 1 here in the bottom of the third.
It's definitely a huge advantage. There's an interesting story.
But Billy Hamilton played shallow too when he was with the Reds. I mean,
oh, he can. Like he's one of the fastest guys.
Yeah.
So there's an interesting story. I think it was with Arkansas actually. Arkansas had made it to the College World Series several times. It's either Arkansas or Oregon State. They had made it to the College World Series several times, but they kept losing. And for the casual baseball fan, TD Ameritrade's outfield is unusually large. So it's
and that's in Omaha where
right,
the College World Series
that's where the College World Series is played. And so the issue is the outfield's so much bigger than a normal college field that teams are having trouble covering that much ground. So we'll go with Arkansas because I'm 75% sure it's Arkansas, not Oregon State. But they kept going, they kept losing. So what the coach did is he basically recruited the fastest kids he possibly could. So he would get 3 center fielders to play whenever they got to Omaha to try to cover all that distance. And then it started improving and changed the outcome, and then started playing
long-term play right there.
I mean, you just have to be able to adapt.
Yeah. Well, Jason Martinson, much like Zach Borenstein, fouls off a 2-strike pitch into the mid of Michael Ullman. So 2 away here, and that'll bring up Cody Stanley. That's pretty much. Oh, and on the move is Phipps. A late break. The throw. The tag is in time. Phippsy trying to catch the Patriots napping there. Not a great-looking slide. Hopefully he's okay over there at second base, but that'll do it.
Might have slid around that. I don't know.
It was an awkward-looking slide, but it did. He went to the outside part of the bag like you're supposed to do. So Interesting end of the inning there as Phipps caught stealing. So 1 hit for the Skeeters, no runs though. Somerset leads 7-4. We're heading to the top of the 4th inning here at Constellation Field.
Texas Farm Bureau members get free tickets to Skeeters home games every Sunday all season long. Just show proof of your membership at the ticket office to get 2 free tickets to any Sunday home game while supplies last. Visit texasfarmbureau.org/sports to learn more about this offer and other benefits associated with your membership. This offer is exclusive to Texas Farm Bureau members and is only available while supplies last. So become a member today. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud sponsor of the Sugarland Skeeters.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that finding the right team for your painting project can be overwhelming. We want you to have the best experience as we help your home or business come to life. We strive to deliver on our promise of care and quality. With our professionals by your side, the process will be easy and convenient, leaving you time for what matters most, like watching the Skeeters. Visit CertaPro.com today to book your free estimate. That's CertaPro with a C, C-E-R-T-A Pro.com. We do painting, you do life.
Memorial Hermann Sugarland Hospital has been named the recipient of the highly coveted 2016 Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award, the nation's highest presidential honor for performance excellence. Memorial Hermann Sugarland was recognized for its outstanding commitment to sustainable excellence through innovation, improvement, and visionary leadership. Memorial Hermann Sugarland is the first Houston area healthcare organization to earn the prestigious Baldrige Award and only the 3rd in Texas. The Sugarland Skeeters are proud to partner with Memorial Hermann Sugarland. What's up, dudes? Pamela Printing, the preferred printer of the Sugarland Skeeters, the name you hear most often in Fort Bend County. People are talking about quality, dependability, on time, and helpfulness in producing a great business piece for their company.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at
Top of the 4th inning. 7-4 the lead for the Somerset Patriots. Tacked on a 3 spot there in the top of the 3rd inning. Skeeters got a hit from Dennis Phipps, but nothing else there in the bottom half of the 3rd. First pitch to Will Kendra in for a strike, 0-1. Kendra 1 for 2. Singled and flew out to center field. Ryan Posner and Ben Content here. Ben, a right-hander in the Owls pitching staff. Also an intern here with the Skeeters. They had a few Rice pitchers roll through Sugarland here this year.
Who are they?
Now I'm going to seem like a real jerk because I don't remember their names. That one grounded to Phipps, and he's going to flip it over to Pimentel, get himself a put out there, the 3-1. And I'm going to look up your guys' roster because that's going to be the easiest way for me to figure out the names of the other interns we had.
Oh, I thought you meant I could tell you who the interns were. I thought you meant on the pitching staff.
Oh, no, yeah.
Oh, no, yeah. The interns were Kel Boardwine and Ro Garcia.
Okay, Kel was the one who I saw Kel a little bit more. He was here a little bit more often.
Yeah. Kel's a good friend of mine.
Nice. Yeah, no, it's cool to get the local college baseball teams involved here. Some pro baseball.
Have you had the opportunity to watch the movie Screwball? Just came out on
Yes,
Netflix.
I did. The one thing I did not enjoy about the movie, which I found out was not their fault, was I did not like that younger kids were portraying, but they had to do that because that was more of like a legal issue. They weren't supposed to have people. It was supposed to be more of like a parody.
Okay.
That way you save yourself legally from dramatizing like an actual. Yeah. So that was my only actual real bugaboo. But no, very informative.
I just thought the director was trying to make a statement or something with the little kids.
Me, I was with you, man. I was confused, and then I'd explained to me that as that one's flying out to Jan Santy in center field, Rosario down on an F8, 2 away here in the 4th. But no, I was there with you. I was like, is it like why did they have to use kids?
Yeah. I don't want to spoil it too much for the viewers, but they should definitely.
Well, I mean, it's a nonfiction, so the spoilers already have. I mean.
Yeah.
It's like.
But like me, I knew of.
It's like watching Bohemian Rhapsody. Like, oh, Freddie Mercury died. What?
Freddie Mercury had AIDS?
Yeah, that just shattered my universe. Yeah. So
no,
you're
just from
good.
I knew it I knew the story on the surface level, but I didn't know how in depth it actually went. So.
No, I mean it's to me, the biggest takeaway is Jimmy Paredes. He has made his presence felt tonight. He has homered, walked, and scored twice.
Like, for instance, I didn't know.
A-Rod has so much power.
Oh, yeah.
That was the one.
A-Rod was the ringleader of everyone.
Yeah, that to me struck me as that one's grounded sharply through the right side, and Paredes
The thing that
wants
was
to get on here.
crazy to me is during that time, how many high schoolers he was working with and how many college athletes compared to the professional guys. Like, everyone knew about the professional guys because they were just
Front and center, yeah. They're there.
But, I mean, he got started with Ryan Braun when Ryan Braun was at the University of Miami.
Yeah, he was at the U, yeah.
You know, he was working with almost the entire Miami baseball team. Like,
just A-Rod, like, I didn't realize A-Rod was, like, so Scarface. Like, it was, like,
Oh, yeah.
he was, like, rolling, like, you know.
you watch him on ESPN Sunday Night Baseball, and you're like, there's no way this guy was running a steroid ring.
To his credit, man, he has really salvaged a lot. I mean, the Screwball movie kind of makes you remember, like, some of, like, you would, if middle school Ryan, I was thinking, A-Rod's going to be kind of a blip in the memory. Like, he's going to be like a Sammy Sosa, like a, you know, he's going to be a guy that you probably don't hear too much of, and he's
For sure.
done a lot to salvage his credibility, mostly by being likable. Like, he does Shark Tank.
Yeah.
He does Sunday Night Baseball with Matt Vasgersian. Matt Vasgersian is one of the best in the business, so he's going to make anybody look good aside him.
Now he's bringing highly intellectual comments as you want even run leads instead of odd run leads. I don't know if you heard that.
No, I heard that one. I mean, oh, man, as a broadcaster, though, I feel for him because I probably said some really stupid stuff on air that somebody could just absolutely dissect. Like, if I was in A-Rod's shoes, I would have already had my even run thing. Somebody would have already dissected it. So that one, I'm more just impressed that he's able to salvage a reputation that seemed to be more or less tarnished. After his playing career. Yeah, I mean, he's likable. It's weird. That one on the move for Paredes. Nice throw by Cordero, but Paredes in time. Stolen base.
It was also crazy to me how those guys really wouldn't have gotten caught if they were just more accountable for themselves.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't a matter of the drugs that they were using. It was just they would mess up. Like, the Manny Ramirez, like, he would have been completely fine. He just injected the wrong drug that stayed in his system for too long.
It's a weird time in baseball that you had the Mitchell Report era, and then you kind of had the fringe Mitchell Report era. And to me, that was the Biogenesis guys, the Robinson Cano, the Nelson Cruz, Manny Ramirez kind of lumped into that. And that one just misses outside. Espinal going to make a 3-2 count, Ryan Braun. I mean, since then, you haven't really had anybody too big get popped. I mean, you had Starling Marte from the Pirates, got a suspension. I mean, I'm trying to rack my brain about the guys.
Didn't someone just get popped the other day?
You've had it's been few and far between.
He wasn't a high-name guy.
It's been fewer and far between. I mean, D. Gordon had a PED suspension, and there's been a few guys that have gotten them, but it hasn't been career-ending. For one, I mean, Marte's back with the Pirates, Gordon with the Mariners. I mean, they're all playing still.
So this past summer, I had the opportunity to go spend it at Driveline up in Seattle, Washington, and I got there, and
that one line up the middle. That's a base hit. Around to scores Paredes. Man, oh man, Jimmy Paredes has been a thorn in the side, as well as Edwin Espinal. Paredes in a score. That's an 8-4 lead now for the Patriots here in the fourth.
So I got there. I walk in on my first day, just to check it out. And lo and behold, hitting in the batting cage is Manny Ramirez.
Oh, wow.
He's just there with his son, and he is exactly how you would expect him to be in person. Just as goofy. Like,
his son actually played, were supposed to play with the New Britain Bees last year.
Really?
In this league, yeah. Manny Ramirez Jr. was on the roster. He never actually ended up playing, I don't think. That was going to be a roster that included Manny Ramirez Jr. as well as Osni Guillen, who was Ozzie Guillen's kid. That one popped up into the infield. We'll finish Ben's Driveline story next half inning, as this inning is over. One more for the Patriots. RBI single from Edwin Espinal. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Somerset leads 8-4.
Texas Farm Bureau members get free tickets to Skeeters home games every Sunday all season long. Just show proof of your membership at the ticket office to get 2 free tickets to any Sunday home game while supplies last. Visit texasfarmbureau.org/sport to learn more about this offer and other benefits associated with your membership. This offer is exclusive to Texas Farm Bureau members and is only available while supplies last. So become a member today. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud sponsor of the Sugarland Skeeters.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that finding the right team for your painting project can be overwhelming. We want you to have the best experience as we help your home or business come to life. We strive to deliver on our promise of care and quality. With our professionals by your side, the process will be easy and convenient, leaving you time for what matters most, like watching the Skeeters. Visit CertaPro.com today to book your free estimate. That's CertaPro with a C, C-E-R-T-A Pro.com. We do painting, you do life.
Memorial Hermann Sugarland Hospital has been named a recipient of the highly coveted 2016 Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award, the nation's highest presidential honor for performance excellence. Memorial Hermann Sugarland was recognized for its outstanding commitment to sustainable excellence through innovation, improvement, and visionary leadership. Memorial Hermann Sugarland is the first Houston area healthcare organization to earn the prestigious Baldrige Award and only the third in Texas. The Sugarland Skeeters are proud to partner with Memorial Hermann Sugarland. What's up, dudes? Pamela Printing, the preferred printer of the Sugarland Skeeters, the name you hear most often in Fort Bend County. And people are talking about quality, dependability, on time, and helpfulness in producing a great business piece for their company.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts on White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Hello, Houston. Tomorrow's here. Time for an energy company that does more than just sell electricity, and that's Constellation. We offer electricity plans that include protection for your air conditioning. If something goes wrong, we'll fix it, and you pay nothing for covered parts and labor. Visit constellation.com/getmore or call 888-921-MORE to learn how all of this is included in one great electricity rate. Certain restrictions apply. Visit constellation.com or speak to a care representative for details. PUC 1001.
Cody Stanley takes the strike, 0-1, and we are underway in the bottom of the fourth. 8-4 lead for the Somerset Patriots. Stanley swings and misses with that one, 0-2 as Rick Teasley, he is still on the mound for the Patriots. I'm going to pause for Ben content here with you. Game 1 of this series. Had to win today, but we got it in. And the weather has subsided. 0-2, Stanley lines that in left field. Paredes started in, now going back, and he is able to make the grab. That's Rosario, rather, in left, but almost a misread there, but he's able to recover it in time for out number 1. And that'll bring up Blair back with 1 down. Back to 35 homers, 18 RBIs. Grounded out to third base in his first at bat. Takes a breaking ball inside, 1-0 from Rick Teasley. Still can't get over the fact that Rick Teasley threw a freaking perfect game and took a no decision. How do you throw 9 perfect innings and you take a no decision? And they lost the game. They lost.
Yeah, that's.
They lost a 1-0 game, and their pitcher threw 9 perfect innings. Blair Beck lines up the middle. That's a base hit. I mean, from a pitching standpoint, what are you thinking when you go home after you throw 9 perfect innings, Ben?
Oh, I'm mad. It's one of those days where I'm expecting the hitters to call me up and take me out to dinner the next day.
I mean, it's like, okay, ooh, you threw 5 perfect innings. That's cool. 9 perfect innings.
Yeah, like
he's the first player in the Atlantic League to ever do that.
Like scratch across and run, one way or the other. I don't care how you do it.
Bunt, steal first base. That's an option in this league. Do something. July 26th, that was in the second half, so they could have stolen first base. That one gets away from Ullman, and on to second base goes Blair Beck. What do you call that, a wild pitch or a pass ball?
Call that probably a pass ball.
I was leaning that way too because that was a ball.
I don't think it was a cross up, so
it seemed like a ball that kind of just
took off.
kind of got away from him a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, it went in his glove. It just bounced out.
So 1-0 the count to Betancourt. To see if the Skeeters can maybe just kind of, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, just kind of just nicely just break into this lead here. Ooh, that one was a
like
cross.
That was a cross for sure.
But yeah, Michael Ullman ended up on his backside there. I think maybe, what do you think, he's expecting a breaking ball and he got a fastball up?
Honestly,
or he's got a cement
I'm
mixer.
thinking he called a changeup because he's been tunneling his changeup off his fastball really well so far tonight. And I just think from a spin standpoint out of the hand, that looked like the catcher was just expecting it to be slower, and it popped up right in front of his face at the last second.
Betancourt swings and misses 2-1 there. There's the changeup. Yeah, you were just talking about it. That's funny. We prefaced the cross up, and then literally the next pitch. I mean, that was clear as day. I would have loved to see what it looked like from a center field camera point of view.
Well, I was gonna say it last inning, but he's been tunneling it really well all night. Like,
that one hit well left field. Rosario going back to the track, to the wall, look up. That was off the wall and a hop. In to score is Beck. Javier Betancourt into second base. Javi Batika, he's on to second, RBI double. And the Skeeters chop back into that league. It's now 8-5. Somerset one away here at the bottom of the fourth.
Well, you know, Teasley's nervous now because he doesn't have one of A-Rod's famous even run leads.
Yeah, no.
Now it's only
the
3.
even run league is gone, man. If A-Rod is sweating, and there's an A-Rod on the Somerset team, Alfredo Rodriguez. So they're all kinds of messed up here. As we flip it over to the top of the lineup, Wynton Bernard, the Nard Dog, 1 for 2 with a single. Came in right in a 14-game hitting streak. Grounds that hard to the left side through Rodriguez. His throw across the diamond is in time. Betancourt forced to hold. Man, that was a good play by Alfredo Rodriguez at shortstop there. Because Ryan Long tried to cut it off, was not able to, but Rodriguez stuck with it, made the play for out number 2. So it'll be up to Jan Santee with 2 away. Try to pick up the runner there on second base, and Javier Betancourt. Javier Betancourt, too. Don't sleep on Batika. That is now a 4-game hitting streak for him. Or 6-game hitting streak, rather, for Javier. And he's over the 200 mark on the year. He almost left the yard there.
Almost. I thought it was gone. As soon as I saw the left fielder, it's not Paredes.
Rosario,
turn, I thought it was gone.
It was it had the makings of a home run. I've yet to actually see Javier. He is not at a home run. He was with us last year too, and I thought maybe he had it there, just missed it.
I think he would have had it if it was a few feet to the left at the apex of the bulge.
We got a little bit of a more pull on that. 1-1 now to Jan Santee. He's doubled and flown out to left. Hit the ball hard twice tonight. 8-5 lead for the Patriots. 2 down. Bottom of the 4th inning. Betancourt on second. The 1-1 from Teasley. Jan Santee skies that right side and out of play. 1-2. Yeah, I guess if you're really, if you're only pitching 7 innings tonight, you're really hoping your starters give you a complete game at this point. I mean, that's
for sure.
That's got to be the goal.
Especially with 7-game homestands, like 7 games in a row. This is a big opportunity to keep your bullpen rested.
Skeeters got a playoff race ahead of them as well. That one skied right side again and foul out of play.
I would say it's way more important for the Patriots to get a complete game out of this than it'd be for the Skeeters, just because the Patriots are still fighting.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you say that, I mean, look whose bullpen's got some bodies up and moving. It is the Patriots bullpen. Guys are kind of doing the Jobs, the swaying around. Do you do Jobs? Is this still a thing?
I've never heard of Jobs.
Oh, okay.
What are Jobs?
That
I have a different name for them.
That was so Dr. Frank Job is like one of the guys who does, and they're kind of like the weird arm workouts you do like with bands. They're mostly band workouts.
Okay, so we use Jaeger bands, which they're those.
Yeah.
I have quite an extensive throwing routine.
Sure.
Which I know. I'm sure some of that stuff probably was derived from Frank Job, but I probably have different names for it.
That one popped out of play and into the seats. Still 2-2. Yeah, I mean, if you're the Skeeters, you're hoping Piedmont doesn't give you 7. I mean, the bullpen. having a day off, obviously well rested, but you want them to just be as fresh as possible going into that postseason game. And
as a Patriots manager, this is kind of where you make your money when you're fighting. Like, where do you draw the line and riding your starter? You have a 3-run lead,
Yeah.
but it is 8-5. It's not a 3-0 lead, you know. So, and the Skeeters have proven they can put 3 or 4 runs together pretty quickly.
yeah, they've hit Teasley well. I mean, he came in. I mean, it wasn't like he was getting hit all year long. He came in with a 3.90 ERA. I mean, that's not great, but that's not, that's pretty average. I mean, he's definitely been not the easiest guy to hit, and the Skeeters were his last start, and he let up 5 runs. So this is kind of a battle of familiarity because on September 12th, I mean, these guys faced off, and Teasley let up 5 runs. So, and Chance Sandy gives it a ride, deep left field, back goes Kelly, and Kelly is under it at the wall. That looks like it has the distance, but it does not. Chance Sandy squares it up, but Scott Kelly makes the play in left center field. Oh my goodness, that sounded like it had home run written
I thought that was gone.
all over it.
I thought we were about to make this really interesting.
Oh man, that would have made it a 1-run game, but alas, we head to the top of the 5th inning. Somerset leads 8-5. Man, that hurts. That hurts. All right, we'll go to commercial break. We'll be back here in just a second.
Texas Farm Bureau members get free tickets to Skeeters home games every Sunday all season long. Just show proof of your membership at the ticket office to get 2 free tickets to any Sunday home game while supplies last. Visit texasfarmbureau.org/sports to learn more about this offer and other benefits associated with your membership. This offer is exclusive to Texas Farm Bureau members and is only available while supplies last. So become a member today. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud sponsor of the Sugarland Skeeters.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that finding the right team for your painting project can be overwhelming. We want you to have the best experience as we help your home or business come to life. We strive to deliver on our promise of care and quality. With our professionals by your side, the process will be easy and convenient, leaving you time for what matters most, like watching the Skeeters. Visit CertaPro.com today to book your free estimate. That's CertaPro with a C, C-E-R-T-A Pro.com. We do painting, you do life.
Memorial Hermann Sugarland Hospital has been named a recipient of the highly coveted 2016 Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award, the nation's highest presidential honor for performance excellence. Memorial Hermann Sugarland was recognized for its outstanding commitment to sustainable excellence through innovation, improvement, and visionary leadership. Memorial Hermann Sugarland is the first Houston area healthcare organization to earn the prestigious Baldrige Award and only the 3rd in Texas. The Sugarland Skeeters are proud to partner with Memorial Hermann Sugarland. What's up, dudes? Pamela Printing, the preferred printer of the Sugarland Skeeters, the name you hear most often in Fort Bend County. People are talking about quality, dependability, on time, and helpfulness in producing a great business piece for their company.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts of White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Hello, Houston.
All right, here we go back. Constellation Field, 8-5 is the lead for the Patriots. First pitch from Carlos Pimentel to Ryan Long, low and in for a ball. 1-0. 1 run for the Skeeters last inning, but man, Ben, I thought we had a 2-run homer there from Jan Santee.
Sounded really good off the bat.
Just missed it to deep left field. Would have made it a 1-run game. So the Skeeters still trailing 3 though, as Scott Kelly made the play up on the. I mean, that was the play you'd imagine your left fielder would make, right? I mean, and so we watched Rosario kind of just turn his back and look up, and all of a sudden Scott Kelly, like Superman, came out of nowhere and just tracked that down.
Yeah, it was right in that corner too, where again 3 feet to the left. It's probably a home run.
Yeah. Well, Javier Betancourt did drive in a run that last inning, RBI double, so 8-5 now. Skeeters trails just by 3. You got a lefty getting loose in the Somerset bullpen. Nobody in the Skeeters bullpen. The first pitch, or the 3-0 pitch rather from Pimentel. That misses outside. Ball forced. Will lead off walk to Long to begin the 5th.
So whenever I heard that the Atlantic League was going to start using the radar for balls and strikes, it really kind of made me wonder from a catching perspective how much those guys were going to really take framing into consideration, how much they were going to worry about that. And I mean, you've watched a lot more games than I have, like that one, the pitch before. Cordero framed it really well. Like, to me, it looked like a strike. It
I like where your head's at, Ben, because one of my biggest I don't know if it's a question or just thought, was what does ABS mean to framing? Because catchers, i.e. Yasmani Grandal for the Brewers, literally get paid because of how well they frame pitches. Right. And that is on the move was long. That one fly to right field. Zach Borenstein under it. Borenstein has it, and Long is able to get back in time, though. So one away. I mean, that has become such a big part of the game that I think you're going to hear a lot of resistance from catchers on ABS.
And that's the thing, is earlier we were talking about how catchers and shortstops make their money off their defensive skills, not necessarily their hitting, and the hitting is just gravy. Like, if you take it to a radar system, then catchers are going to get scouted way more on their
hitting
offensive potential than they are on their defensive skills. Like, if you can block a ball as a catcher, then you can.
That's all you. I mean,
yeah, that's all you really.
Framing
need to
has
do.
become such a instrumental part of it. I mean, like, pitch framing has gotten measured in such a way that, like, I mean, it's literally how catchers are measured. I mean that takes away a lot of the game.
You watch highlights from the 80s, like, those guys don't frame at all.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a big deal.
That one line foul by Navarro. He's down 0-2 now with one away.
And I think everyone brings in these, like, pace of play rules to try to make the game better, and they aren't really realizing all the effects that it makes down the line.
I mean, I'm happy you brought that up, because that's one thing that I've personally thought of a lot, is the pitch framing aspect of it from a catcher standpoint, because that's something that has been, like you just mentioned, a kind of a new age thing, as Navarro pops that one up and foul, because now we're able to measure it on more like how many strikes did X catcher take away in a given year. As a Padres fan, Chris Hill, if he's listening, he's probably just rolling over right now. Austin Hedges is one of the better defensive catchers in the game, and Austin Hedges is a great pitch framer. So he hits like lower than 200. He's below the Mendoza line, but because he's such a good defensive catcher, he provides value war-wise. I guess wins above replacement is still, like, you have to give him a start because he's so good. If you have ABS, does Austin Hedges completely become obsolete? Probably. I mean, right? I mean, so that's interesting that you brought that up, because I've always thought about that myself. 1-2. Navarro swings through it. Strike three. What do we got there? A little change-up action?
Yep.
Swung on by Navarro. He's down on strikes for the second time tonight. 2 away here in the top of the 5th. I bring up Scott Kelly with 2 away. Kelly has singled and walked. His single was a bunt single. And if you know anything about Scott Kelly, you're not surprised to hear me tell you that he bunt singled tonight.
I haven't watched Pimentel a bunch, but would you say his changeup is kind of what gets him outs?
That's a good out pitch for him. He has a nice cutter as well.
Okay.
I don't know if it's cutter or a slider. Sometimes it's tougher to tell. He throws it in the upper 80s, though, so I'd call it a cutter.
Yeah. Because
his fastball lives in about the mid-low 90s. He's a reliever. I mean, you could tell. I mean, well, he's pitching in the stretch now, but he pitches in the stretch all the time. He doesn't have a windup, so he's more of a reliever. He pitched as a reliever last year with the Ducks, so I only think he has about 3 pitches. I think he has the changeup, the cutter, and the fastball. And his cutter kind of probably 2 times as a slider, depending on the day. I could be totally wrong. That's just what I've gathered from him. And he's been effective as heck, man. I mean, he's been great. 0-2.
Yeah, there it is.
I mean, yeah, you called that one definitely like a slider to me.
Right. But I think that's a good pitch for him to have in his arsenal, especially if he can improve it a little bit, get the velo up a couple notches, because what you're seeing now, especially in affiliated ball, is there's so many guys coming up that throw 100 miles an hour, 97 miles an hour.
Hung on a miss. He just went gasolina there, up and away, strike three, but he still had that cut movement. I think that's
but a hard slider is actually what they're paying guys for now.
Yeah.
Like that's the easiest gateway back into the big leagues right now is guys that can throw their slider at 88 to 91.
And as a former reliever, that's your out pitch. I mean, that's your go-to. So the Skeeters are able to escape the fifth unscathed. 8-5 is the lead. I got a good topic for us to go over in the next half inning, Ben. But we'll get to it. 8-5 is the lead for the Patriots. We head to the bottom of the fifth. See the Skeeters can come back in this one. They trail. Back in just a moment.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that finding the right team for your painting project can be overwhelming. We want you to have the best experience as we help your home or business come to life. We strive to deliver on our promise of care and quality. With our professionals by your side, the process will be easy and convenient, leaving you time for what matters most, like watching the Skeeters. Visit CertaPro.com today to book your free estimate. That's CertaPro with the C, C-E-R-T-A Pro.com. We do painting, you do life.
Memorial Hermann Sugarland Hospital has been named a recipient of the highly coveted 2016 Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award, the nation's highest presidential honor for performance excellence. Memorial Hermann Sugarland was recognized for its outstanding commitment to sustainable excellence through innovation, improvement, and visionary leadership. Memorial Hermann Sugarland is the first Houston area healthcare organization to earn the prestigious Baldrige Award and only the third in Texas. The Sugarland Skeeters are proud to partner with Memorial Hermann Sugarland. What's up, dudes? Pamela Printing, the preferred printer of the Sugarland Skeeters, the name you hear most often in Fort Bend County. People are talking about quality, dependability, on time, and helpfulness in producing a great business piece for their company.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts of White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Hello, Houston. Tomorrow's here. Time for an energy company that does more than just sell electricity, and that's Constellation. We offer electricity plans that include protection for your air conditioning. If something goes wrong, we'll fix it, and you pay nothing for covered parts and labor. Visit constellation.com/getmore or call 888-921-MORE to learn how all of this is included in one great electricity rate. Certain restrictions apply. Visit constellation.com or speak to a care representative for details. PUC 10014.
Plan your next group outing at beautiful Constellation Field. Looking to celebrate a birthday, host a large-scale event like a company party, or just looking to bring a large group to watch a baseball game? Constellation Field has you covered. We have several birthday packages as well as seating options that include our party suites and picnic plaza, as well as the field plaza to best accompany your group. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS for more info on all of our group packages.
All right, we head to the bottom of the fifth inning. 8-5 lead for the Patriots. This is going to be the 3-4-5 hitters for the Skeeters, though. This inning it'll be Albert Cordero, Dennis Phipps, and Zach Bornstein. New pitcher on the mound, though, for the Patriots. That is the lefty. Last year with the Road Warriors, he was by far, in a way, the most impressive player on the Road Warriors, at least in my opinion. That's Luis Cruz. This year, Luis Cruz 2-4, a 3.42 ERA. This is 51st appearance of the year that leads the Patriots. Ben, the Road Warriors last year were a team that played every game on the road, as you can tell with their name.
Interesting.
They literally were just a kind of a group of barnstormers. We have the Lancaster barnstormers, but like the legitimate sense of the word barnstorming, they just came from park to park, played, moved along, didn't have a home base. And Luis Cruz was actually by far and away their best player, lefty reliever out of their bullpen. So, interesting question posed, though, by our own accountant here, Greg Hodges, because in this league, in the Atlantic League at least, so taking away Major Leagues, that one's lined in the middle. It's a base hit from Albert Cordero to lead off the inning. Swinging 3-0. Love that from Coco. Nice line drive to the middle, get the inning going. In the Atlantic League, the passed ball is a little bit of a higher premium because of the stolen first base rule. So if the ball gets by, you know how you can steal first base. Right. So technically in the Atlantic League at least, the catching, you know, the idea of blocking, like you were saying, like blocking a third strike,
right,
blocking the ball, that's placed at a higher premium. So if that rule were to translate to the major leagues, that could be a way to combat the whole, well, you're not framing, so what exactly is a catcher's job then? If you're not framing, if you're not trying to steal strikes,
right,
what are you doing? Well, you're keeping the ball from going to the backstop because then the batter could take a base.
At that point, when you're bringing in the subject of getting signed, like it just comes down to what the big league club values more.
Yep.
You know, like if Major League Baseball never adopts that rule, then obviously blocking the ball is important, but there's a higher premium, like you said, in the Atlantic League. When it comes to signing players,
They want
are they
pitch
going to
framing.
look at it, or are they going to look at pitch framing?
Well,
I think
yeah.
it's a matter of both. Like, you can't be an elite big
Yeah.
leaguer if you can't do both.
But it's a good I like Greg's devil's advocate point there.
Right.
You know, you got to have to see both sides. And a 4-pitch walk from Luis Cruz there to Dennis Phipps. And just like that, the Skeeters are going to bring the tie-in run to the plate in the form of the powerful Zach Borenstein. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning, 8-5 the score. Single by Albert Cordero. He roped a single up the middle to begin the inning, and now we got runners at first and second with nobody down. Borenstein 0 for 1 with a walk tonight. First pitch inside, 1-0. And as a pitcher, I mean, I'm looking at body language. Luis Cruz's body language is telling me a story of frustration.
Yeah, he definitely looks frustrated right now. And it could be any number of things. But to me, it just seems like it's one of those days where every time you throw the ball, it feels different. Even like to the naked eye, you're not going to really see much mechanical changes, but there's just some days when you're not in tune with your body when you're throwing, and those are the most frustrating. And I don't think it's frustration with anyone else on the field, but just like that, you throw a high inside ball and you see him look down, and he's just in his head right now.
Yeah. Well, he threw a pitch to Phipps that I could tell he thought was a strike. He took the long way around the mound. I mean, it's just those are the little things you notice. I mean, now he's 3-0 to Borenstein. There's no way he's swinging here, you'd imagine. And Borenstein does take. Borenstein takes ball 4. So back-to-back walks. The bases are full of Skeeters here in the bottom of the 5th inning. God, you got to love independent baseball. We're playing here a 7-inning game. There's a tropical storm flowing through the area, and the bases are loaded. The tie-in run is aboard. We're in September in a game that really doesn't mean a whole bunch for the Skeeters, but it means a whole heck of a lot for the Somerset Patriots.
I also think another interesting thing that comes out of the radar balls and strikes is from like a mental perspective as a pitcher. Like Cruz right now, if he's struggling, a lot of times you'll see on close pitches they'll ask the umpire and they'll try to establish like a rapport and like a mutual respect.
You can't do that. Yeah.
Maybe if you can get some of the close calls later on, and you can't do that, and you don't have. Like, I don't know if venting's the right word in this aspect, but he doesn't have anybody to vent to right now.
There's no outlet for that frustration. He's a quick worker, too. I mean, look how quick he just got the ball back. 0-1, the count to Martinson. Bases loaded, nobody down. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. The 0-1 pitch inside. It's called a strike, though. It hit that inside edge there, 0-2. Yeah, I had a few guys. Anthony Jansanti would mention it, too. It's like it took away from the rapport you have with an umpire, you know.
Right.
You know a certain umpire is going to call the zone a certain way, and you have that back and forth relationship. It's a part of the game. It's so unscientific, which is nowadays it's like that's faux pas. You can't have unscientific. Everything has to be measured by analytics.
Right. And that's just another thing that like I think the casual fan doesn't see about the game. You know, like you watch from the stands and you see them walk up and they bat tap the legs or shake their hands or say hi or something.
It's a lot of politics going on there.
There's a lot of politics in it.
Martinson now 0-2. He has struck out twice tonight, and he's down 0-2, but the bases are loaded. Nobody down. Skeeters trailing by 3. 0-2 pitch gets away from Ullman. Cordero, Coco's going to score again on a wild pitch again, and that's going to make it an 8-6 game. Second time tonight, Albert Cordero has come along to score on a wild pitch. And 8-6 the score now. Runners move up each a base, second and third. Nobody down still. There you go. Some fans here giving Jason the RBI. He's just J-Mart watching the pitch. Hey, chance here, though. He finds some patch of grass there in the outfield. He's getting 2 RBIs. The 1-2. Fastball up, though, and Cruz gets him to swing and miss. Strike 3. Out number 1. So a little bit of a sombrero action tonight for Jason Martinson. Down on strikes for the third time tonight, but that'll bring up Cody Stanley with just one down. The tying run on second base. Deja vu, perhaps, Ben? Cody Stanley had a 2-run single in the first to drive in the tying run. This time a little bit of a cue ball to the right side. Going to be a tough play for Long. The throw, not in time, as Kenjor, it appears, took his foot off the base. And, yep, Reggie Liggins, the first base umpire, is going to indicate, I think he took the foot off the base early. So Will Kenjor not able to keep the foot of the bag, and bases are now loaded. And Brett Jody coming to the mound to talk to Reggie Liggins. Ben, I mean, it looked to me that his foot was off the base there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough call, but it's definitely a big call, because with him being safe and Cruz in a bad spot as a manager.
Well,
like,
you
don't-
have
you
your
don't have to go to your pin again.
As a prep first baseman, let me tell you, you have that kind of cadence where, like, you catch the ball. Maybe it's like the neighborhood play. Maybe your foot wasn't there, but that looks a little exaggerated from my point. It looked like Kenjor had his foot, like he looked like he was well off the bag, and they're gonna rule him safe because I think that's the right call. I mean, homerism aside, it really seemed like Kenjor did not, and I mean, you're not seeing him really put up much of a fight there at first base. I mean, his foot was pretty far off the base.
Yeah, it's just one of those things as a manager, you have to fight for it.
Sure.
Because now he's in a spot where his pitcher's struggling and he's clawing for wins this series. He
In a
doesn't
league
wanna
with
go
no
to
mound
the plate.
visits, maybe that's your mound visit.
Right.
So bases loaded, one down for Blair Beck. He's 1 for 2. He's singled in this one, and a big spot. Bases loaded, one down. First pitch is a fastball, which catches the outside part of the plate, 0-1. Beck, 5 homers, 18 RBIs on the year. The former Kansas Jayhawk. Midland, Texas, the 0-1. Fastball away. That's a little bit too outside. 1-1. Well, backdoor cutter action.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like it had a little bit of movement, and it was
kind of backed up on him a little
85,
bit.
so.
Yeah. No, Cruz has got the cutter. He's a former Astros prospect. He's quick. He's a quick worker, man. High Sox too. That one inside. Beck takes. Ooh, called a strike though. 1-2. So Beck gonna have to protect here. The Blair Hits project.
See, if I'm Beck, I'm sitting on a fastball middle end just because I know he has to come at me.
Yeah, bases still loaded, and Beck swings through.
Can't do much about that
the
one.
change up there. He
can't
came
do much about that
He
one.
pitched a little backwards there. We have our pitcher in the booth, and even went against that tradition there. And strike 3, out number 2 as Beck down swinging. So we have the Javier Betancourt with 2 away, 8-6 the score. The base is still loaded.
There's just sometimes that they make a pitch and you have to tip your hat. But I mean, from a pitching standpoint, that's a perfect pitch because nobody was expecting him to throw a changeup.
No.
You know.
Betancourt, and he goes right back to that changeup there, 0-1. And now you give kind of Cruz the upper hand here because he's gone changeup. Bases loaded.
Well, it's interesting because he hadn't thrown many changeups before when he was struggling, and
he's getting a little confidence now. 0-2 as Betancourt fouls that back.
well, as a hitter, from watching the previous at bats, he was struggling locating the fastball. You're not expecting him to throw up a changeup, especially when he had been using the cutter as kind of his like secondary give me over. That's why, like, for Beck, that's just difficult at bat, and you just have to tip your cap to him executing that.
Yep. 0-2. Nice job by Javi staying alive there. Still 0-2. Bases loaded. Skeeters have scored a run here in the bottom of the 5th. A wild pitch. A couple of wild pitches have led to runs tonight. See if Betancourt can pick up a few runners here. The tying run on second base. And the former Zach Bornstein, Luis Cruz, the lefty, former Astros farmhand, on the mound for the Patriots. Out of the stretch, the 0-2. Betancourt pops it up. Right field. Paredes started back, and he makes his way in. He has it for out number 3. So 1 run for the Skeeters here in the 5th inning. They trail 8-6. We're heading to the 6th inning. Here at Constellation Field, Skeeters need a pair of runs. They trail the Patriots 8-6.
Texas Farm Bureau members get free tickets to Skeeters home games every Sunday all season long. Just show proof of your membership at the ticket office to get 2 free tickets to any Sunday home game while supplies last. Visit texasfarmbureau.org/sports to learn more about this offer and other benefits associated with your membership. This offer is exclusive to Texas Farm Bureau members and is only available while supplies last. So become a member today. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud sponsor of the Sugarland Skeeters.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that finding the right team for your painting project can be overwhelming. We want you to have the best experience as we help your home or business come to life. We strive to deliver on our promise of care and quality. With our professionals by your side, the process will be easy and convenient, leaving you time for what matters most, like watching the Skeeters. Visit CertaPro.com today to book your free estimate. That's CertaPro with a C, C-E-R-T-A Pro.com. We do painting, you do life.
Memorial Hermann Sugarland Hospital has been named a recipient of the highly coveted 2016 Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award, the nation's highest presidential honor for performance excellence. Memorial Hermann Sugarland was recognized for its outstanding commitment to sustainable excellence through innovation, improvement, and visionary leadership. Memorial Hermann Sugarland is the first Houston area healthcare organization to earn the prestigious Baldrige Award and only the third in Texas. The Sugarland Skeeters are proud to partner with Memorial Hermann Sugarland. What's up, dudes? Pamela Printing, the preferred printer of the Sugarland Skeeters, the name you hear most often in Fort Bend County. People are talking about quality, dependability, on time, and helpfulness in producing a great business piece for their company.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts of White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Hello, Houston. Tomorrow's here. Time for an energy company that does more than just sell electricity.
All right, welcome back. Top of the 6th inning. Carlos Pimentel's first pitch to Will Kendra outside for a ball, 1-0. Ryan Posner and Ben Content here, the Owl right-handed specialist, also an intern here for the Skeeters. Along with me, the 1-0. Outside for a ball, 2-0. One run for the Skeeters last inning. They've cut it to an 8-6 lead. It's been kind of a back-and-forth battle here tonight. Each team scored 4 runs in the first inning. Somerset put up a 3 spot in the 3rd and another in the 4th, and the Skeeters have tacked on a run in each of the 4th and 5th innings. So here we stand. Carlos Pimentel's got a 3-0 count, though, to Will Kenjor.
Does Kenjor give him the courtesy take right here?
Seems like a guy who would, and he does, and takes ball 4. Not that that really needed a courtesy take. No. That was pretty far outside, so leadoff walk. I mean, Kendra leads the league, or he's second in the league in average, so he seems like, I mean, is average like the new on base? I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm trying to verbalize here. So I don't feel like average necessarily dictates the best hitter in the league anymore.
No. And I think a lot of big league clubs are moving away from that, and I don't even think they're really looking at. I don't even think that they're really looking at on base percentage either. I think the biggest thing now isn't even a stat that you would normally see on a stat line. I think they're looking at hard hit ball percentage, which is basically measured as any ball hit
like a
95
barrel.
miles an hour or higher is a hard hit ball. And I think the reason that they're
are you a baseball savant guy? Do you look at MLB savant, baseball savant?
No, I like Fangraphs. I like just doing a lot of research on my own.
But yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I mean, it's not one stat that's being looked at anymore. I think it's a composite. OPS plus is another stat that gets, I think, looked at a lot.
But, and I think the biggest reason for that is just like, one, batting average doesn't really tell the whole story. You could have a guy that's hitting 300, but if his average exit velocity is 87 and he's just kind of blooping the ball, not really squaring it up, at some point,
there's a lot more stats to, like, give you a clearer picture of how a guy's hitting so and so. Like, if he's hitting 320 and his barrel percentage is like whatever. I mean, like, he's hitting the ball hard. His average exit velocity is like 97. Like,
Right.
he's probably not getting lucky. That dude's just
He's a good hitter.
He's just roping it. Like, he's smoking the ball across the field. The guy's average exit velocity is like 85. You're like, okay, yeah, maybe, like you said, he's just, you know, that's the BABIP, the batting average on balls in play. Maybe his and a pickoff attempt, and they got him. Nicely done by Pimentel and Dennis Phipps. They caught Kendra way off the base there for out number 1.
It didn't even look like he took a false step. Like,
no,
he
was
just looked like he had a huge lead.
I think he was trying to seal on that very pitch there, and they caught him way off the base. So a leadoff.
But no, I definitely think people are gonna start seeing less and less of batting averages, kind of front and center.
Yeah.
I know the Orioles have already started. Orioles and Mariners have already started.
Ground ball right side. Bencourt does a nice job ranging to his left and has it to Phipps for out number 2.
They've already started promoting other statistics, and I think a lot of that is just because they're having such bad years. That is one way to get fans more involved and more excited.
You do see OPS a lot more in Major League stadiums, and even like that's not a sabermetric stat. Like, that's just on base plus slugging.
Right.
But that is being put out in a lot more Major League stadiums. To me, that indicates that teams are
this summer,
fans are at least are admiring that.
Yeah, in the summer I was in Seattle and I went to a Mariners game, and in between innings.
Oh, you never told us your driveline story. You're on Seattle, yeah.
But in between innings, the Mariners would put up an advanced metric on the board and then a brief description, like explaining it, to try to get fans more involved with the way baseball's going.
Went in for a strike.
That was a good
Paredes,
pitch.
1-1. What do you call that pitch right there? What's that one to you?
I mean, I think it's
Give me the slurve.
Yeah, like he has good breaking ball pitches, but they're not consistently one or the other.
That's why I saw it from me up here. I don't know what to call the pitch, because that to me could have easily been a curveball, but you could have talked me into a slider, and I believe you.
Right.
So the Astros have officially clinched a postseason berth as of tonight. 100 wins,
yes, sir.
a
The Yankees
postseason
lost.
berth, and the Stros are back in the playoffs. I mean, as they're going to win the AL West. I mean, it's just a matter of now tying some loose ends up, so they'll be playing more than likely whichever division has the worst record between the AL Central and the AL East in the first round. Ooh, little Louis Tion out of Pimentel. He held up there, but ball misses low. 2-2 to Paredes. Can't blame him there. You got to try to mix up Paredes' timing. He's 2 for 2, a single, a 2-run homer, and a walk. He's scored all 3 times he has been up to bat tonight. I love that little Johnny Cueto-ish Louis Tion mixing up with the timing.
That was the first time I've seen that from him tonight.
Me as well. I mean, I think this has to do with the guy with the stick right now. You're trying to do whatever you can to mix up his timing. 3-2 now. The count to Paredes.
Honestly, right here, I don't throw an intentional ball, but I throw a pitch that if I miss, it's not going to get hit.
It's not going to be a 2-run homer.
There's no reason to pitch to him right now. You get a
3-2 pitch outside, just missed, but Paredes takes and ball 4. But like you said,
he's more of a threat in the box than he is on the bases, and you already have 2 outs.
Now it's that spot where the walk doesn't really hurt you that much, because the single's still not going to score him. So now you bring up Edwin Espinal with 2-way. Espinal's had himself a nice night as well. 2 for 2, a single, a walk, and he's driven a run, a couple singles.
It's not backing down at all or anything. It's just picking
smart.
and choosing your battles wisely.
Dumas Paredes has hurt the Skeeters several times tonight, so yeah, not a bad idea. That one is taken for a strike, 0-1.
Someone's throwing plyo balls in the bullpen.
You got a couple of Somerset guys going up, and then Skeeters, nobody getting on the hill just yet. I mean, you're hoping that Pimentel can give you 7. I mean, win or lose, this is not a game that matters in the standings, so you're hoping that you keep that bullpen fresh. And as long as the pitch count is in a reasonable spot, and for Pimentel, we take a peek there at the pitching count here. It's pitch number 121. He is building them up, so you got to imagine maybe they go to a reliever for the 9th inning.
So I don't know if you've ever had the chance to read the book The Arm by Jeff Passan. It's a very good book
Yeah.
for baseball fans, but he kind of just discusses anything and everything you can think of when it comes to pitching and arm health and arm care and where the game of baseball is at and how little we actually know.
So Jeff Passan almost came to this field this year. We were
Really?
about to do a broadcast with ESPN. Long story short, it got kind of washed, but we were going to have Jeff Passan, Boog Shambi, and Eduardo Perez here.
Those are three guys I'd love to meet.
Dude, me as well, man. Me as well. They were interested in all the rule changes we're doing here and doing a broadcast and kind of showcasing that. It did not work out. Nobody's fault, but, man, I would have loved me personally to meet Jeff Passan because that guy, he wrote the book The Arm.
Yeah.
He is very well connected to the game of baseball.
So there's a chapter in the book The Arm, and it talks about pitch counts and how 100 pitches is always kind of viewed as like, oh, he gets to 100 pitches, it's about time to take him out. And so the way that originated is there was a guy, and he was studying like how long pitchers can go in throwing before it actually starts to tire him out. Well, he never had like a base number, so he just decided to
100.
pick 100.
Yeah.
And the way he was using,
I went line sharply at Martinson. Nice backhanded stop in time to Betancourt for out number 3.
So
on the bright side, we don't have commercial breaks. We don't need commercial breaks. So, Ben, you're
Right.
going to continue your story.
So he used 100 as kind of a number to work off of, going up or going down, to try to determine stress levels and whatnot. And there was really no basis behind it. And this was actually at a time when guys like Nolan Ryan and those guys were throwing well over 100 pitches in an outing. And it just kind of came to fruition that everyone was like, okay, 100 pitches, he's tired now. And so that's why I think one of the things leading to arm injuries is guys are just not conditioned to throw. And so I think a big thing that you're learning now is guys are training to throw way more than they need to in season. So it's way easier on their body when they're actually in season. And so they're not overtraining, but they're training past their maximum to increase it than undertraining. And I think a big thing when we started to see that was when Steven Strasburg, they were worried about him getting hurt again. They shut him down,
Yeah.
and then he ended up getting hurt anyways.
Steven Strasburg out of
San Diego State.
Here you go.
Yep.
My man, you're learning quick.
So it's they kind of took a view on it as, hey, these guys are getting hurt. Let's take time off and cut back. But those guys were still getting hurt, and arm injuries were shooting up at that time. And they're like, guys are throwing less and less, but
that
they're getting
era,
hurt.
Tommy
more
John
and
was
more.
like a good thing.
Right. And it's not necessarily a good thing, but
It was
in a
like-
way it can be a performance-enhancing surgery because, not to get too much into biomechanics to bore the viewers, but basically you can throw at your greatest velocity with your arm straight out to your side, and you can throw safest as if you were mimicking a dart throw, straight forearm over the elbow. So it used to be you can pick and choose whether you want longevity or velo, but nowadays you have such good advancements in Tommy John surgery.
Yeah, both, yeah.
You can throw in a max efficiency pattern to maximize velo for 3 years, blow out, have Tommy John surgery, come back and do it all over again.
You're good to go.
You know?
It's crazy, man.
So definitely recommend the book The Arm. There's a ton of stuff in there that I never even thought of. Like high school Japanese pitchers. A lot of people don't know this, but the high school baseball tournament in Japan is bigger than March Madness in the United States. And the tournament is actually played at their major league stadiums in Japan. And those players will pitch up to 900 pitches in a week. So guys like
Just
Shohei
rubber-ups,
Ohtani,
yeah.
those guys when they're in high school, they pitch like they have one pitcher, and that
Yeah.
guy was Shohei Ohtani. That's
It's
why
like softball.
That's why you see Ohtani and Tanaka and all these guys come over to major leagues, and they're having Tommy John surgery in their first 2 years. And so there's overuse problems and there's underuse problems, and it's just a matter of finding that happy medium.
Interesting.
So
No, I like that different perspective. I mean, there's certainly a lot of discrepancy in how to use pitchers in Major League Baseball. I mean, as far as even just the freaking teams in Major League Baseball, they don't have. I mean, you have the Rays who use openers, and then you have a lot of other
Right.
teams who don't use opener. I mean, you have more teams are now. The Rays broke the barrier. I mean, now you have about 10 teams who will use openers.
right.
Zach Zenicola now in for the Patriots. Zach 3-2 is 6.35 ERA. This is appearance number 29 on the year. Somerset ahead 8-6. When Bernard down on strikes for the first out of the inning. That one chopped up the middle. Gonna be a tough play for Rodriguez. He dives and it's through the dive and into center field, a base hit. Anthony Jansanti with his second hit of the night. A 2-for-4 effort from the captain, Captain Sugarland. I mean, I'm personally I love the opener because I see the strategy in it is you bring in, if it really depends on your team though, it really does. So it's hard to generalize it, but I like the idea that you bring in a couple of guys who just, I mean, throw 97 for a few innings. I mean, as a hitter, I'm thinking of trying to hit 97 for the first 2 innings. You're never going to get
Right.
a timing down. You're never going to have a comfortable at bat. Like if you face a starter for 3 innings, even if it's Max Scherzer, you're going to hopefully develop some sort of, hey, I've got his release point down for the evening. That one grounded shortstop, could be 2. It's going to be 2. 6-4-3 inning ending double play. So that's going to do it here in the bottom of the 6th.
I think with the opener, I don't know if it's going to increase in popularity from where it is now. I definitely think there's a place in the game for it, for teams like the Rays, where they don't really have a solidified 4th or 5th starter. The only issues I see with the opener is when you're in a series, you're using 4 or 5 of your bullpen guys in one game.
Sure.
Like, it all comes down to performance. Like, if those guys throw good and they throw efficient and they can be fresh for the next day or within the next 2 days, like, great, no harm done. Like, that's a really good strategy. It's just you have maybe guys start to struggle. You have to use more guys than you really thought you would.
Yeah, no, that's a solid point because, yeah, I mean, like, you could bring in the opener, he get rocked, and then what are you to do? I mean,
Right.
you just brought in a reliever to get shelled for an inning. I mean, you have to really – you're banking on this reliever. You're bringing in an arm that he's not just like a regular guy. Like, he's one of, like, your setup guys. Like, I mean, he's going to be a guy that brings in a good outing and gives you a scoreless inning.
And I think from just like from a team standpoint, as a starting pitcher, I don't like an opener. You know, like I want to have my game, and whenever I do start a game, like it's my full expectation to go the entire game until I can't.
Yeah.
But I mean, every guy is different. Like, it's over the course of a 162 game season, there's never going to be a time where teams are just strictly using openers. You're going to have guys that come in and can eat up 7 innings in a game to give those guys rest. So I like the idea, but I also think that there's only so much you can do with it.
I mean, you hit on the head though, Ben. I mean, it comes down to individual performance, and I mean, if the opener gets 3 down, you're going to seem like a genius. But if he gets rocked, I mean, you just wasted you just blew your bullpen out.
But the other thing that I see with it too is like, if you're using an opener to really try to like manage the game better, but from like a pitcher's perspective, I know for me personally, everybody's different, but it takes a little bit to get into a rhythm. And like those guys are at MLB level, they're at an elite level. Like they do it day in and day out and have way more experience in the game than I ever have. But like from a personal standpoint, like I like to get into a rhythm, and I feel like usually my first inning, my first couple batters are my roughest because I'm just trying to get into the pace of the game. It's different when you have guys that are closers like Ozuna and top line closers, and that's just what they do. They just come in, they throw their best stuff for an inning, and then they go home. But to me, like I need a batter or two to get in the rhythm, and then once I'm in the rhythm, like I'm having fun. Like I want to keep going. I don't want to come out just because I'm doing good. You know, you get to the point where do you pull this guy because he's throwing well, or do you leave him in? Or do you leave him in because he's throwing well, or do you pull him because he's typically a reliever and he doesn't go more than 2 innings?
Now crowded to Bartonson, 6-3 in time for out number 1. And down goes Michael Ullman for out number 1 here in the top of the 7th, which is essentially the top of the 9th inning tonight. And that'll bring up Ryan Long with 1 away. Native of Texas here. Get a little cup of coffee, if you will, with the Patriots, the Frontier League. So, the Patriots winning, that means their season is alive. So, tomorrow we'll play 2. Doubleheader starting at 5:30 tomorrow with 2 sevens. So, that's if this result holds. We'll play it by ear because, I mean, we're not expecting good weather tomorrow either. Don't kid us. I mean, this tropical storm is no joke. It's looking pretty bad. I mean, it's going to be tough to play even 1 tomorrow, but with the Patriots fighting for a playoff spot, obviously we must do everything in our effort here to get a game in as we would no matter what. So this is important for them. They lead 8-6, and the pitch from Matt West low, and for a ball, Ryan Long takes 2-1. He does not attempt to steal first base. Long over 2 tonight. He is struck out, flown out, and walked. It'll be.
Is this Ryan Long's first game?
This is, yeah, his first game.
That's reassuring.
You saw the triple zeros up there.
Yeah, he didn't have an average or anything. So.
Yeah, no, he's from what I understand, was talking to Mark Schwartz over next door with the Somerset Patriots broadcast booth. He's from Texas, from Crandall, Texas. Does that ring a bell? No. Okay. I'm not from Texas, so that's going to be tough for me to know. But they're kind of giving him like a look here late in the year. And he lines that left field. Witten Bernard got a good break on it, though, and Bernard makes the run. Look at that jump on the ball in left field. Witten Bernard makes it look easy for out number 2. Man, oh, man. Witten Bernard. The Nard Dog. Look good out there, man. That was a nice play. 2 away.
I wonder how he feels about being called the Nard Dog.
I haven't asked him yet. He's me and him. We played for high school rivals.
Okay.
I was a Mount Carmel Sun Devil. Witten was a Rancho Bernardo Mustang, and let me tell you, the Mustangs, they were pretty bad A in high school. They had from guys that you'll definitely know. Cole Hamels pitched for the Mustangs.
Okay. Yeah.
They had a guy named Alex Jackson who got picked in the top 5 in the MLB draft a few years ago. They've had Trevor Williams, who I was talking to you earlier about. He pitched for RB. They've had a few pros. Hank Blaylock, former Texas Ranger, came out of there. Hank Blaylock's uncle, Sam Blaylock, was the coach of that team forever. They were the cream of the crop in San Diego. That was like the premier high school. That was like your Cy Falls. I don't know what's the school out here that's
I
like.
don't know about Cy Falls. Cy Falls hasn't been cream of the crop since Scotty Kazmir was there. But
Well, what's the school out here?
Ranch.
Cy Ranch. That's
Cy Ranch right now. They had 2 guys taken in the first round of this past MLB draft.
All right. Well, it looks like our intern's getting the hefty boot here. the big burling right-hander out of Northern Maryland. Terrapins, I believe, won this week. I don't know if they won, actually. It's a yard sale at the booth right now. And here comes Chris Hill. We say bye to Ben Content. He has been fantastic tonight. Ben Content providing some great content, actually. No pun actually intended. That was fantastic. An actual Rice right-hander. Chris Hill, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on? What's happening? I forgot we were playing 7.
We're only playing 7, so yeah, this is your inning. That one's popped out of play, right side. Chris?
Yes?
Never mind.
Okay.
I'll tell you off air.
Fair enough. So it's a nice, quiet night here in the ballpark?
I messed up.
Okay. Why would you do?
No, it's nothing that bad, but it's not great.
Okay. Are we going to leave the listeners in suspense,
No.
or are we going to?
I just haven't seen you today. I've missed you. I haven't got the chance to talk
It's
to you.
weird. It's weird. Very weird.
I'm in my own nook out here. That one's a ball inside of Rodriguez, 3-2.
Well, you can leave your door open.
I could.
You don't. I mean,
it's just weird. I'm by myself in here, and sometimes people don't talk to me, and I get Stockholm syndrome a little bit.
Really going to a weird direction. Okay, we're in the top of the 7th.
That one grounded to second base. Bencourt slips a little bit, but it gets his feet in time to Phipps. Out number 3. Do you want to go to commercial break?
I'm pretty sure we're going right into the rally sloth. I think it's rally sloth time.
Let's
No. What's up, dudes? No, we're probably not.
No, we don't want the what's up, dudes. We can mute our mics, or let's just we can commentate rally sloth.
Are you okay? I'm concerned about you. You seem a tad off right now.
I messed up on something, so I'm a little antsy.
Okay, so what did you mess up on? We got dead air. He took us off mic to tell us.
I can't put it on air because I can't. If it goes unnoticed, it's best. If it goes unnoticed,
it's okay. We're gonna move
on. That's a nice Halliburton jersey you have on. Though.
It is. Let's talk about Friday night, where we become the Cementers, which a lot of people will ask why. But
I also ask why.
Halliburton stepped up, and we have the Tank bobblehead. They came up and sponsored the Tank bobblehead. And by the way, the song playing right now, Thank God I'm a Country Boy, brings me back to my roots in Memorial Stadium, where they would play that during the 7th-inning stretch. But I digress.
Yes, I'm getting up at 6 o'clock tomorrow to get to Fox 26 to promote said Cementers.
Well, you should know about this. You should have been talking about this instead of talking about everything else you guys are talking about tonight. You should be talking about the things upcoming in the stadium.
The amount of viewership.
As much as I love college baseball, and look, I can't get enough college baseball, we probably should be talking more about the events coming up in our final homestand and kind of hammering that home.
What events
we've got a lot of stuff going on. You ask me as if you don't know, which concerns me. It very much concerns me.
Oh, I know. We got
It's
Tank
like a quiz now,
night.
everybody. Yes? Friday night, Tank bobblehead night, yes.
Saturday, we got Mass Singer night. Courtesy of Fox, and you're looking at me like you're confused.
Come on, keep going, man. You got this. You got it.
Sunday, we got Floor giving out 1,000 team posters. Fan Appreciation Day. That's a fantastic outing. We also got Game of Drones.
Thank you. I was wondering if you were going to get to that.
I mean, the weather is starting to lighten up a little bit. They're going to come out here on Friday and test. We're looking good. For those that don't know, drones can fly.
What is in the drink? Now I'm concerned.
No, drones can fly in lighter rain. They cannot fly in heavy rain. So as long as it's like sprinkling, we're okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I feel good.
All right.
You're looking at me a little bit nervous.
And I am also curious as to the whereabouts of said Rally Sloth.
I don't know if Rally Sloth got the cue that the game was only 7 innings.
It does seem maybe that way. I think we're going to have some conversations tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
So
tonight's game's on Facebook and Twitter for the first time.
Oh, very nice.
You seem kind of lukewarm on that, though.
I'm okay with it. Anytime that we can get our information about college baseball out. Oh, it's a moth.
Whoa.
Gigantic. That's Mothra.
Came in there.
That thing is like Mothra.
Oh, my
goodness.
It's
the size of Mothra coming in.
All right, what's the doctor from Jurassic Park? Let's get him in here because that thing needs to be diagnosed.
It's, yeah, that thing is huge.
Oh, my
that is Mothra.
God. Can we?
So
Should
anyway,
we stop the broadcast?
no, I think we're okay. We're all big boys. It's not going to eat you. It's a moth.
Look at that thing. That's huge.
It's not a small one. I'll give you that. But we can make it through.
2-1 to Phipps inside. 3-1. Skeeters trail 8-6. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. This is the 9th inning.
What's the haps on YouTube? What's going on?
We've had some good commentary. Tyler just commented. We have some infighting from Somerset. We got a couple Somerset fans kind of fighting, which I love. I love the infighting.
Oh, it's great. It's great. They
3-1 pitch, called a strike, 3-2.
we did find out that High Point won.
They won, so this is, if we come back and win tonight, we end Somerset's season.
Yeah, well, maybe. I mean, they've got a
No,
tough road.
they're tragic numbers too.
Right, but even if they win out, they have how many games remaining?
The fate's not in their hands anymore. It's out of their hands.
The face is always in your hands.
That one ripped left center field.
Not deep enough though.
Back goes Kelly to the track to the wall. Kelly leaps up and makes the catch. Dang it, Scott Kelly, you are having a good night.
Pamela printing sign. You get sponsors in. I mean,
that's good.
Away.
No, so the Rockers won tonight, so the tragic number is now down to 1. So if the Rockers win tomorrow, it's over for the Patriots. If we were to come back and win this tonight, it's over for them as well.
Or win tomorrow, we will probably have a doubleheader tomorrow.
I was told doubleheader if this result holds. 5:30 p.m.
5:30 p.m. is what. Yep.
So play 2 7-inning games. First pitch to Cody Stanley, and for a strike 0-1.
Glad we were able to get this game in, because if we hadn't gotten this game in and Somerset would have still been in play, it would have been a very difficult call on the very rare triple header.
Would we have played a triple header?
I have. Actually,
I know you have, but like, would we have? That thing is still sitting there. It did not move.
You're really messed up about this.
It's
I
weirding me out.
don't think
Is that legal?
we would have to
Atlantic
see.
League?
There's really not a set rule about it, or at least none that I saw.
The Atlantic League really puts its foot in the ground on some weird rulings.
It just depends. I mean, everyone. So I think for us, it would have been a difficult call simply because the main problem is the rotation coming up for playoffs. That's our priority. I mean, we're already in playoffs, and we want to make sure that we have the right pitching rotation. You throw a triple out there, and you're going to have people who would not traditionally pitching because you don't want to mess up your rotation.
The Z-Bear, he lines up the middle. It's a base hit.
That's
one away.
Z-Bear.
His dad gave me approval to call him that. His dad was sitting in front of me a few nights ago. Actually, it was not a few nights ago. It was about a week.
I was going to say a few nights ago.
About a month.
We weren't.
A month ago.
We were playing games.
He said, and I quote, "Call Zach Z-Bear. I'm Papa Bear."
Was he at the movie theater and he was sitting in front of you? Is that?
They're the Bornstein Bears. So it's kind of like a weird play off that. So a 1-out knock from Zach Borenstein, and up brings Jason Martinson.
Tying run at home.
Martinson takes inside 1-0.
So we'll have to find out what ends up happening. I mean, it's going to be a really tough road for them to actually get into the playoffs. I mean, with 6 games remaining, that's a tough road.
I mean, yeah, me and my friend Ben behind us here, we're talking about it. It's not looking great. If you're Somerset, a very reputable franchise, I do appreciate them, but it's not looking great.
Well, it's up to our team to.
No, it's really not though. I mean, it's up.
If we win, it's over.
Yeah, sure.
Somerset them.
Oh man,
it's bad. It's terrible. I apologize.
That is terrible.
I like the folks in Somerset. Good people.
1-2.
Great front office. Fantastic front office.
Mark Schwartz. If I'm power ranking my broadcasters in the league, him and Daryl Henry are up there, 1A, 1B.
Where do you put yourself in that?
Ooh, how many teams in the league?
8.
8th.
Oh, that's interesting. I would have said 9. But, I mean, it's gotten better, though. I would have ranked you much later.
That's good to know. That one swung on a miss by Martinson. He's over the top of it. Strike 3. And
we're up to what hopefully will not be our last out.
That is Cody Stanley. He's up with 2 away. So thank you for those of you who listen on Facebook tonight. and on Twitter. For me, personally, that was a venture I've been trying to accomplish for quite a while now. And seems like we have 131 comments on our Facebook.
Look at that. It's blowing up.
Stream. We're blowing up. This
Far
is
more than YouTube.
Yes. I might have to follow a different activity stream here. That was for me personally, something I was trying to figure out for a while, and it kind of came to fruition.
Yeah, right at the last homestand.
Yep,
Way to
just
really kind of knock that out right when it's time to check out, everybody. All right.
Just in
for
time.
in time for playoffs.
Sure.
Time for playoffs.
And for Game of Drones. That was kind of the idea, was Game of Drones. I really
Did
figured.
you talk about the drones? Did everyone understand
Yeah,
what's
we're
happening on
the-
Sunday? The groundbreaking moment that's going to be Sunday's game?
We're the first team to ever broadcast a game via
Ever.
drones.
Ever.
On the move is Bornstein. He'll take it. Fielder's indifference. 1-1 the count.
This is where you usually say that run doesn't matter.
That run does not matter. You're
But that's
correct.
when I say you can't get to the next one unless
I
you
always,
get that one.
I hate saying that, though, because if he gets thrown out, then the game's over.
But if he doesn't score, you can't win. That guy can't leapfrog him.
No, I mean, yeah.
So every run matters.
You're on the same page as me. That's a bad cliche.
No.
Oh yeah, we like that. We're on the same page. That's a bad cliche.
I'm not going to do a fist bump.
All right, no fist bump from Chris Hill, but update on the post game show. We'll see if I get that fist bump. 1-1 the count to Stanley, lefty on lefty. That one's a jam shot foul.
Yeah.
Given range is Ryan Long is out of play. Mike Antonini on the mound for the Patriots. Antonini, kind of your Felipe Paulino, if you will, of the Atlantic League this year. He leads the league with 28 saves.
He doesn't have a beard, though.
He doesn't have a beard, and you imagine if Paulino had a full season's worth of opportunities, he'd have more than 28. That's just one man's opinion.
True.
1-2 the count to Cody Stanley.
So we're back here tomorrow night, 5:30.
And, yep, we are back here tomorrow.
Wow, look at that. I just called it right there, unfortunately. We're back at 5:30 for a doubleheader. 2 7-inning games as Somerset stays alive. They pull a Bee Gees tonight.
So the Patriots, their playoff hopes are hanging by a thread, but they're hanging on. Skeeters lose tonight 8-6. 7-inning rain-shortened contest. Thank you for sticking with us tonight. I know it's been kind of a crazy week. We were hoping to begin this series last night. Unfortunately, the rain has said otherwise. Hopefully you guys are all staying dry.
The rain's gone. It's all good. Nothing but sunny days from here on out.
And hopefully everyone that is in a rain-affected area, you guys are staying safe, stay dry. Skeeters, hey, they're in the playoffs. These are gravy games. We know it. Let's not get too frantic. An 8-6 loss, disappointing. But play 2 tomorrow. Ernie Banks said, hey, let's play 2.
Who's starting tomorrow night?
We got Troy Scribner and Dallas Beeler on the bump tomorrow night for the Patriots. I know at least they will be pitching Roy Merritt, former Skeeters lefty.
Look at that.
He's going to be back on the mound. Their other starter is TBD. So, yeah, we'll have Roy Merritt back on the mound here. You weren't expecting that name, were you?
I was not ready for that, to be honest with you.
not.
I was not ready. What could go wrong?
No, I mean, we're going to have some fun tomorrow, play a doubleheader. I love doubleheaders. I mean, I love baseball on baseball. Can't go wrong. So an 8-6 loss tonight. Tough break for the Skeeters. A Patriots early effort holds on, and their playoff hopes also hold on as well.
But we got Bark in the Park tomorrow night. So we'll have a few animals in the house, and then we go on to Tank Bobblehead, which is getting national play right now, which is pretty cool. And it's going to be a great weekend, followed up by our final weekend of the year, unless we go to the championship season. So it's a last Friday night, last Saturday night, unless championships require it.
Couldn't have said it better myself there, Chris. So that'll do it for us here tonight from the Constellation Field broadcast booth. Skeeters fall 8-6 to the Somerset Patriots. Carlos Pimentel, the loser. Rick Teasley, he picks up the win. Patriots stay alive one more night. We'll be back here tomorrow for 2, 5:30 p.m. the start time for Game 1 of the doubleheader. Ryan Posner signing off tonight. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening. Skeeters fall 8-6. We'll see you back here on Thursday night. Good night, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen. please. Attention, please.
And now the moment we've been waiting for is here.